Hello, everybody, and welcome into episode 24. We got a massively early start today. There's only going to be two players. We're only going to be dealing with Space Trucker and Chaos. But that doesn't matter because I can run it with only two people, and it'll just make things go a little quicker. Mark's off closing a store, and Flame is out not getting a brand new coat of skin after getting sandblasted by the sandstorms in Texas. So
That's gotta hurt.
this dust storm, of course, is sponsored by who, Trucker?
Martin Mancini.
That's right. You can find Martin Mancini on Amazon. Leave a review. Tell him who found. Tell him, how you found him. All that good stuff. We haven't begged for likes, comments, or subscriptions in a minute, so how about you do some of that? There's like two of you that keep showing back up, and I don't know what I have to do to win you over. But if you could let us know down in the comments below, I'll see what I can do.
My question though is because it actually got brought up by I think it was Chaos last time we were talking about it. Is he in like actual print and Kindle or is it just Kindle?
I believe it's both, but I don't necessarily know, but that will probably be clarified in the comments.
Because when I looked, it had paperback. So
Oh, well then, yeah, I would assume that,
There are paperbacks, yeah.
yeah, and I would assume that
I have
that's,
paperbacks.
oh, see, there we go. See how our analytics are doing. We haven't done that live in a hot minute. Let's see. We have,
probably not good.
no, it's pretty much average here so far. I mean, today it's not good, but I mean, that was today. We had a huge uptick on the 11th for some reason. The traffic source, I never know how to read. I don't need to read geography. Let's check the subscription status. Looks like our two lads here have fallen off and keep coming back every once in a while.
Well,
Uh,
see, the traffic thing is like an indication of how many people come to us from a different source.
yeah, I
Or at
mean
least that's the way I understand it.
yeah, it's a little dead, but I mean it's also towards the last half of. I mean it's pretty much the dead end of the week that we just uploaded the last episode, so that don't count for anything.
Chaos, you'll be so proud of me because I pulled a U in Flame's last session.
What happened? What'd you do?
I can't say because this airs tomorrow,
Well,
but his will
Thursday.
air Thursday, so
Yeah.
I can't say. It would spoil a lot. But just I'll just say this. I almost pulled off a one shot. You'd have been so proud.
You pulled off a one shot?
Came
No,
close.
I almost pulled off a one shot.
Nice.
I had to beg and
I'm
plead to
so
get the circumstances, but I got them, and then I got so very close.
Oh man. So yeah,
I was I was I was very happy.
this is our group for today. So Chaos, I'll tell you what I was telling Trucker. I mean, it's no spoiler, so I can air it live here. But you guys have one thing to do today, and that's not going to take very long. It kind of depends on you guys. I'll give you the option of when you want to take care of that. But after you guys deal with gentlemen, I have purposely left this up to you guys what you're doing.
hmm. Well, Just letting us take the
See,
reins afterwards.
see,
Yeah,
like I find it funny that you've got the chaotic player and then the fence sitting wishy washy player. Although you wouldn't know that listening to Flames campaign because I'm very much no wishy washy over there. I'm trying to work on that. So I we can either rig this or we can like have him win, and then once he accepts his award for winning, we grab him. I don't know. I legit don't know how to play this one.
it's up to you
There's
guys.
so many things we could do.
Also in the news, I'm not quite sure when, but we should be getting artwork of Vesa done. I have that in. I've got that in the works, so that I'm hoping next week. I'm not. I told the artist to take their time, though. I mean, Vesa's clearly not going anywhere, as she stated in the episode. She lives at that office now. Well, is there?
Nobody told me otherwise, so I'm staying here.
Yeah, you've got a handful of other. You got three other people with those orders too. Nobody bothered to tell them what to do, and they were told very specifically if they abandoned their posts that they were going straight to prison.
It's a little harsh.
Well, it was a very serious mission,
Hmm.
I mean, yeah.
Very true.
but because of the chaos that had erupted, everybody forgot about them and didn't tell them they were dismissed, so they have to stay there.
Also fair.
Very fair as well.
And as you've noticed, the captain is a little distracted as of late, so you're not going to be, it's going to be tough to get him to go and pick up his toys.
I mean, he legitimately does have kind of a problem.
He's got a
You
major
know,
problem.
there's a there's apparently a construct running around that's not very happy with how he's been doing things.
Well, he's just mad that other gangsters showed up and started doing bad stuff.
Yeah, that too.
You guys have
He's mad people are stepping on his property.
yeah, you guys have a rabbit hole to go down soon.
Yeah, because it's like he disappears, but then we've got this one weird druid lady that apparently can like resurrect stuff.
I mean, you don't know if she can resurrect anything. She hasn't.
No,
There's been no indication of
I
her
don't think
doing that.
resurrection is one of her powers. I think that resurrection bit is for something. Is from something else.
Yeah, that was somebody crammed a soul into something and then shoved that into the construct and made Arizona. You also don't know what
Yeah, that's what
Vesa's.
I mean.
You also don't know what Vesa's capable of either. So, other than regrowing
We
limbs,
do know. We do know Lundy hits like a damn sledgehammer and doesn't discriminate between targets.
no, he just likes to kill.
Exactly, doesn't give a shit who he swings at. He could go from targeting a person who's hitting him to targeting a weak bitch down near him.
Yeah, he's not really in it for the love of the fight. He's in it for the love of the death.
Exactly, so what I'm trying to get at is if he sees an opportunity to kill someone as opposed to keep swinging on someone who's swinging on him, he's gonna go for the quick death and a quick kill, then go straight back to clubbing the fool, clubbing him.
Well, with that, I have no recap. I might have wrote one, but it doesn't really feel necessary. So, I mean, we can get started if you all are ready to jump into it. Where we last left the both of you, Omen, you had just, did I screw something up? No, it's just being annoying. Omen, you had just basically finished, distributing your the last of your flyers, and Trucker, you are finishing up. Well, you built your cleaning crew. That link that I posted will be the music, and I'm gonna get that started now. We left off with you, Omen. So now that that's done, you can't find Nimbleton anywhere, and Arcane Braids has also left after launching his spell. So it's kind of up to you what you want to go do.
Great, knowing Nyx, he's probably off napping somewhere where I can't find him till I could drag his ass awake. Knowing him, he's probably got himself tucked away where he won't be found, so he won't have any trouble when someone does find him. If they could find him, rather. Wasn't there another tiefling woman that showed up at the office that wound up helping someone? Might as well go introduce myself to her. Properly, at least, as opposed to whatever she was doing at the time. He'll go to the office to try and properly acquaint himself with the other tiefling woman.
Yeah, it's only you guys kind of walked off about a 30-minute distance away, and after another 30 minutes you find yourself at the office, where you see a very, I don't know what, I guess still very in shock. Let me make sure I got my notes correct. I believe it was
Lillian?
no, it would be Sarah, the
The
halfling.
sister.
Sarah, sorry.
You see Elijah cleaning something. You see Julian Jones, the lanky, green-scaled dragonborn, also kind of dusting, and you also see Elijah Craven sweeping, and you see flashes of energy constantly going off in the from underneath the door of the office.
I don't know what she's doing in there. I don't want to know.
Omen's going to go up to the respectable distance where Sarah's desk is, towards Sarah's desk.
You mean Lillian's?
And just Jillian, sorry.
Lillian.
Keep so many names, hard to remember them all. And on top of that, my brain doesn't.
You see her
Whatever.
you see that she's made 3 stacks of paper, and there's a pile of them on her lap and in a chair next to her, as she's trying to figure out specifically where the papers belong.
He'll make a show of he'll make a small show of looking over the papers before looking over at her. Do I even want to know what's going on inside the main office?
Something's happening in the office?
He'll look over to where the brief flashes are coming out from underneath the door. Is the other tiefling woman in there? Or did she move her stuff somewhere else?
I don't know where anybody is. You can tell that she's not saying anything like this to be Like she's mad at you.
No, she is clearly lost in her organization right now.
Yeah, the desk is
I
all that matters.
Understood. So he'll make a show of just calm, of just what he'll just calmly walk away and thank her for well, apologize for bugging her before going over to the door to knock on it real quick.
What you want? Cleaning.
Is it presentable for a small conversation, or will there be more time needed?
Everything presentable for a conversation. It does not matter how things look. Come in. You just see her constantly just snapping her fingers at the dried sticky blood on the floor and just looking increasingly annoyed.
Hit with a small bit of impishness, Omen will calmly focus on his key before doing a motion as if doing wax on, wax off, but he'll make all the blood sort of lift up off the walls and surfaces and coalesce into a orb above him.
You try, but you're not getting a lot. You're getting like marbles because it's so dried.
Hold on. That was a
Uh-oh.
We'll give him a second.
Yeah, I mean, this is like 48-hour-old blood at this point. Rusty.
Omen will look a little embarrassed at that, like, shit, sorry about that. Thought that would have helped a little more than I thought it did.
There is no help that could be provided besides burning this place to the floor.
With that same impish light in his eyes, he'll hold up his left hand, snap his fingers, and have a small little light dance start dancing over his finger. Are you like? If you want to provide some heat, I might be able to try and warm up, do a little bit, but I don't think the boss would appreciate his stuff being burnt too much.
She, for the first time, turns around and faces you, and her blood red eyes are very clearly burning a hole through you. And she just, without asking, without any kind of manners, takes her left hand, almost like she doesn't see you, and just puts her hand on your head. She's not very tall. She's only about 5'9", but she just kind of like palms your face like a basketball for a second.
Huh?
You are cursed.
That much is more than a little obvious.
You are like super cursed. I can remove one of them, but you might not like it.
Eyes will slightly narrow. Which curse are you talking about?
You have attached...
If you're talking about the curse of my... If you're talking about the curse of my blood, good luck.
You have curse and blood, and then you have attachment issues. The attachment issue needs to be addressed. This thing, it is probably not great. Sleep is dangerous.
How much do you know of sleep?
Well, I know that you do it for 8 hours and it is effectively you're dead. So, would you like to be leeched forever until dead, or are you not into that?
I would not. I would like to be not be leeched.
Sleep wraiths.
Though,
Parasites.
1 second. He'll make a show. He'll quickly reach into his coat pocket and pull out the coin. You might want to also do something about this as well.
Let me see if she has any clue what the hell that is. There's a good chance that she does. That's a pretty good score. Oh boy, does she. Oh, those are trinkets of the being of sleep. That is not good. Very bad.
We found this amongst some treasure, so
Where?
chances are it got shuffled around more than a few times before it found itself there.
Nah, where? Where you find this?
Sadar.
Sadar Desert. Let me think. If you get all the coins and the necklace associated with coins, you will put entire city to sleep and kill everyone, including yourself.
His eyes will just shrink to pinpricks, while his eyebrows will just climb up. What?
A dastardly trick. It's only been done once. Don't remember where. City no longer exists. Funny how that works.
The coin will just fall out of Omen's suddenly numb fingers. Just ping.
Roll me a wisdom save.
9 plus. How much? Oh, obsidian, you bastard. You finally reared your head. 14?
Oh,
No. 14.
you're taking 4 psychic damage, and you find yourself trying to fight against her grip to try to pick the coin back up. I will need... This will be... I know it's not your best stat, but I mean, it's kind of the way it goes. I'm going to need an athletics.
Fitting. 13.
You almost get free, and then you feel in one almost effortless motion her... You, like, start to bend down to get it, almost like arm wrestling, and then she just wrenches your head back and slams you against the door. Oh, you are very out of sorts. You are too far gone, almost.
What? What's happening?
Do you want the coin, little cousin?
No. Get away. He'll make his arm will try like he'll think he'll try his waving his arm at her, but his arm was just flopping at his side as he's like in a daze.
You're going to have to make choice. I will let you go and let you make your choice. You stick with this parasite or you come back to the land of the living. And she's going to let you go. And I'll need one more wisdom save.
21.
It's up to you.
The facts are laid bare. And for Omen, I'm gonna have to do a private roll. Odds, yeah, odds or evens. As he's like lifts his head up from his seated position, his taller frame easily allowing him to somewhat keep his head at eye level with hers. His glassy eyes sort of clearing up as he almost croaks out the phrase from how tired he is. I want to wake up.
Oh. Well, I have great news. I am doctor. You want to wake up for sure? Are you sure about this? this is going to be a lot of fun. And you're going to hear she's going to walk past you a little bit, and everybody in the office that is not in that room, you're going to hear the very frightening sound of a click as the door is locked. Have you been given
Uh-oh.
have you been given some sort of gift besides coin?
I can see things.
I don't care about Leech giving you psychosis. I'm talking about like trinkets. Like physical, like coin.
No. Wait, would my gourd count as that?
What does it do? Does it give you benefit?
It heals me when I drink from it. He'll give a sort of crooked grin at that.
I'll reimburse you. Give me the gourd.
I hope you can give me. I hope you can replicate the healing effect.
I said I'd reimburse you. What do you think that means?
I wasn't trained in business. I was trained in martial arts, and I was trained in a backwater frozen hellscape as well. So
She just
he'll
holds.
He'll hold the gourd out for her.
You're not going to have a lot of fun with me. And she's just going to look at you and go, are you going to resist or are you going to let this happen?
I won't resist.
Okay. You might want to. And she's going to pick you up just like Kane from the WWE and just choke slam you onto the desk. Before you can even begin to reel from that, you feel the wind as she moves the other hand with the gourd, and she smashes it directly over your head. Hold on.
Twin horns. That's a soft spot.
Oh boy, howdy! That's max damage for. You're taking 16 bludgeoning, piercing damage as this cord is smashed on your head. And before you can...
His head is just pissing blood at this point.
Oh yeah, it looks... It's rough. It's like you've had your head shoved through scraped across a cheese grater a couple of times. And you're going to feel this very nasty, awful feeling as she is, like... She just begins to pour a ton of this very foreign energy into you that you've never experienced before. This hopefully, I mean, this is gonna suck, but it'll be the last time, hopefully. You're hearing screaming in your head. It is deafening as you're hearing betrayed yells from Yume as you're taking...
Omen is just screwing his eyes shut, trying to and grinding his teeth, almost to the point of cracking a tooth, trying to plot out the pain and stab of and stab of emotions at his heart from hearing Yume's voice.
You're taking 15 more psychic damage, and I'm going to need you to spend the time to remove... Well, actually, no. You can actually keep the warlock things, but it's going to be more of just the hexblade stuff versus goofy stuff that she had given you. You will have to remove that sight of the ethereal, though, as that will be removed from you. And then...
Pact Breaker Warlock, baby.
Pretty much, yeah. And you're going to hear, through your screams of agony, are you done crying yet? I'm tired.
I'll tell you when my head stops ringing from
I'm
the inside
tired of
out.
listening to whining, and you just feel another bit of energy get pumped into you, as even though it's overkill, she is a very powerful doctor of her own right. You are getting 70 health back.
In Soviet Russia, doctor hurt at same time as help.
Doctor heal. You get
What's funny is I was at the funny number when after the last blast.
there is strength through pain.
We gain strength through austerity, comrade.
Okay, enough of the Russia jokes.
What is matter with you? Are you better now? No more whining?
Are
He'll
you done
slowly
being
get up
busy?
and push himself off the desk.
You try, but you just like Family Guy fall on the ground. I mean, you may be healed, but you just went through some nasty shit.
Never mind. Can't move.
She, without the bedside manner that you would hope for in a doctor, just hold on a second. She
Everybody do the flop.
she jams her foot into your ribs and rolls you over so you can look at her. Here, look at
Hi.
this. It is lesser healing potion that refills. See, it is a flask. And she just throws it on your chest. It also does the 1d4 plus con. And I want you to roll a history while looking at this.
Let's see. History is +7. 22.
That is suspiciously like the flask you saw Laura, the lady that turned into crows, drinking out of, who had the cane during that fight just 48 hours ago.
Blink, blink, squint. Did you get this off the druid chick who turned into crows?
Who the hell is that?
She was a druid that was part of the incident that happened a couple days ago. She was turning into a flock of crows to keep an eye on us as we were moving throughout the city.
No,
Not a single one of us knew she was spying on us.
This is for war medics only. Must have stolen it.
Well, he'll palm the flask. Appreciate this. I'm sorry, I didn't actually get your name.
I don't.
My name's Omen.
I don't even need to ask. I know that woman was probably Wood Elf. Thieves. All of them. Bessa.
He'll hold his hand out for a shake.
She misunderstands and just picks you up and puts you on your feet. Bessa Dervishi.
Well, I wish I was lucky enough to have a last name like that. All I got was Omen. And even then, my dad considered it lucky I even had that.
Whatever. The surname, no surname, what does it matter?
I feel it gives more of a connection to the other parent and helps establish some form of a bond.
What was mother's last name?
I don't know.
Well, then I guess you're now cursed with that. No knowledge. Shame.
Well, aside from that, I've been at least fortunate enough to have someone teach me at least how to defend for myself, but he's all the way back in that frozen hellscape I was talking about. What if he actually survived after that war's going on?
There's only one person you can ask. You know what you could benefit from? I don't know if anyone ever tells you this, but self-reliance would really do you some good.
Like just going on my own and living on my own?
Now stop worrying about everything. Oh, I need to do this. My dad does that. My mom, she has no last name because she's dead or whatever. I attach myself to Parasite. Stop attaching yourself to things and identity things that do not matter. It's not you. You are not identity things. You are person. Go be person. Find out what omen is. Be an omen. Quit being whatever the fuck you've been. Go outside, find another person, and be them instead. Whatever you're doing right now, getting attached to Parasite, does not work.
He'll look a little comprehensive at that. You know, you're right. Thanks for that. And
I cannot.
honestly, I think a little adrenaline through my system will help me clear my head on this whole matter.
I cannot possibly be first person to tell you this. What? I have tits
No,
and you listen now.
he'll his demeanor will crack for a split second before he'll recorrect himself. No, unfortunately, you're just the one who actually helped remove the root of the issue, as well as slap me with the truth on top of it. Everyone else just slapped me with truth after truth, expecting me to work it out myself.
Yeah, this is self-reliance I tell you about. You should be able to work things out yourself.
Hence why I'm going to try and learn a little bit of that. Thank you for your time, Vessa.
Yes, yes, you know, we have to clean. The bear, he is very strict about this cleaning. I don't know why. He yell, he demand all the time. Clean, clean. I've been here for 24 hours. All I hear is clean out of that guy. Is this what he's really like? Is clean everything? There's a whole street that needs cleaning. Why is he not doing that?
No, he's just upset by the fact that as to how you had gone about the process of the surgery in question without immediately taking care. Honestly, I think it's more out of the fact that he has fur that is harder to get that is harder to get blood out of, and he is more obsessed with keeping himself clean as a result.
Ugh. I tell him they grow back. Nobody listen. Blood is
Well,
byproduct.
to be fair though, some of us aren't exactly gifted with that level of vitality to be able to pull off stuff like that.
Nah.
I mean, look at me. Even my power, even my abundant life force, even gives me limits. That said, do you know if there's any fight pits in this town, or do I have to really look around for to get some type of adrenaline?
There is Colosseum, but it is to death. Pretty much most fight pit to death are crippling.
Is there an entry fee for this Coliseum?
Weirdly, no. It is, I mean, unless you are a spectator.
I'll sign up for a quick exhibition match just to get some exercise in.
You do that after work. We have to catch
Of
bar.
course. To make sure we find a way to bag gentlemen in just the right way so we wouldn't pull any funny business. Something tells me that if we do set up this whole plan of ours, that he won't just have that lughead Lundy waiting in the wings to bail him out if shit goes sideways. Speaking of, he'll turn to look at her for a second. if we do go about this plan of dealing with gentlemen, there's bound to be a guarantee that if Lundy does wind up trying to show up to bail him out, he's not going to care about collateral. And there might wind up being a lot of injured people as a result. Think you could lend your aid, at least in terms of like aftermath triage, not really helping us heal. I mean, if you can help, if you can swing it to help us fight, but uh, you know what I mean.
I don't know. I see what can be done. I don't know that I care. But if this is what Bear orders me to do, he seems to be in charge. I don't know if that is correct.
He's just the more level-headed out of the lot of us.
Oh shit, wait a minute. It's the skinny man in robes who's in charge. Find me the skinny man with the robes. The
All
sheriff.
right, I'll go see if he's around. If he's not immediately out dealing with the captain.
Now, as you
Have a
leave.
good day.
Oh, sorry.
Have a good day, Vessa.
Yeah. Great day.
And he'll walk out.
Now that's when Jezariah does walk in and he's just goes, Elijah, why? What is happening? What are you doing with these people?
Which Elijah? There's two of us.
Don't play smart with me or you're going to have a lot less fur.
Okay, so you were talking to me. I don't know. They were just here and they won't leave.
Why?
They said something about they were ordered to stay here, and if they left to prison, to prison they will go.
Fine, whatever.
Apparently, your dinner date told them they had to stay here, and they're taking that seriously.
Well, yeah, he's in charge of them.
Also, you might not like the state that your office is in.
I can only imagine.
Well, I mean, I don't know if there's been any recent developments, but I did hear just a lot of screaming coming out of there a few seconds ago.
That's where you see Omen with shards of clay stuck through his head, still, despite the healing, bleeding out of his face.
I imagine there's... Yeah, I don't have to... There's some new blood stains in your office. I'm not entirely sure if Vessa is cleaning up in there or not.
She
I
is
told her
trying,
to.
but that stuff is dried on. You're going to need some real. You're going to need like acid or something to burn those stains out. Also, he'll look at Elijah.
Unless you've got
My
a
little
spell for
friend
that,
is
but,
gone. If you must know. You know, tap 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 to the side of his head.
Oh, you dumped your sleep girlfriend? Poor guy.
Well, it was either dump her or get leached of energy till I die. Which do you think?
Huh. Well, good to see you're finally putting boundaries on that relationship of yours.
Oh, she's gone. Gone.
You hear
Damn.
from the office, "Be gone!" And you hear you hear a small clap, and you feel the building shake.
Vessa,
Okay,
please don't tell me that was a shatter.
Building's still standing, isn't it?
Don't tell me that was a
I
fireball.
Building's still
realize that's
standing.
definite. I just realized that's definitely something she would have done, is cast shatter on that room. Jezza, I'm sorry about all this, but I've just been trying to get the rest of the building in order. And hey, if they're stuck here, why not put them to work?
We we just figure out how we're going to execute my son, who doesn't work for us, his plan?
Well, the rest of the team went off and distributed those beauty contest flyers, didn't they?
Well, except for
Yep.
Arcane Braids, who is supposed to be tracking Arizona now.
Well, we put together an honest to God beauty contest, and I figure we let him win when he steps forward to claim it. We have people in the crowd gang up, and we just arrest him.
Now, good, keep him docile. That'll be much better than the alternative.
Well, I mean, I don't know about you, but I've seen enough, blood and violence, especially blood,
Especially
to
from
last a
Lundy.
while.
And there's no telling if gentlemen might have Lundy waiting in the wings to bail him out if something goes sideways. We'll have to keep that in mind as well for collateral.
I'm gonna go look at my office. You just see Jezza walk up to the door.
He'll hold up a hand to start counting down from 3.
He just takes this very deep sigh and opens it. What are you guys talking about? It's fine. There's nothing in here. What blood?
What?
Well, talk about
Elijah will
fast.
come over.
Talk about
Elijah will
cleaning
come-
fast when she wants to be. He'll walk.
Elijah will
He'll
come
walk
over
in
and look at
alongside
the
him as
door.
well. Like, what did he? What the hell?
Huh.
He'll look in. What the? Really?
It looks better than the first time you saw it.
Vesa, what?
Was that a shatter scale prestidigitation?
I make clean. What does it matter how?
Well, I mean, there's clean and then there's this.
Yeah?
This is like nicer than I've ever seen this room.
That's just how it remain, hopefully.
Well, anyway. Yeah, Jezza, this is Vesa. Apparently she lives here now.
Yes, I live here now. You just...
And I don't have the
certainly-
authority or the position to tell her otherwise, Jezza. What do I do?
And she's certainly aggressive enough to hold that position. After all, points to face. This was my gourd.
Technically, and I hate to bring this up, and I'm sure she didn't bring this up, but she technically doesn't take orders from anybody but the king.
No, she failed to mention that.
Oh.
So she can
Talk
decide
about,
to
talk
stay...
about having power, not flaunting it.
Yeah, she gets to decide where she stays. Until the king comes down personally and tells her to leave. Which he won't. Will he? No, the king, he stays on throne. He rules. Or whatever. Has great feast. Signs some laws, signs some other things. Make sure bills are paid. Make sure peace is maintained. That sort of thing.
Jezza, I don't see how this is a bad thing. I mean, she said that Clarence's legs would grow back within a week, and I can do nothing but trust her on that. And look at how she cleaned your office. This was not what it looked like 30 minutes ago.
It looked like a war surgery room.
I miss it.
You miss it?
War is all I know.
So.
Oh, war. Thought you meant like the crusty state of the room.
Yeah, I missed that, yes. Reminds me of Battlefield. Reminds me of medical tent. Nobody's telling me to clean that tent.
Huh. Okay. Well,
Hmm.
I don't mean to be the one to say it, but I hope that we don't generate that kind of mess in the near future.
Without having damn good reason as for being in that state to require such a mess in the first place.
I'm going to go sit down unless there's more to clean, Bear.
Yeah,
All
Elijah,
right.
is there going to be anything else to clean? Let's just give a small grin of that.
Look, I don't know where she's getting angry about this. All I did was ask her to clean your office.
I don't want to clean.
Well, I mean, not everybody likes to live in what tantamount to a fucking triage tent.
Everybody else is soft.
Like, I don't want to hear nothing about soft.
Why? What are you doing that makes you so hard to make man?
Well, I pulled the heart of my uncle out of his chest and ate it.
Ha, common practice. You gain strength through eating.
Hearts?
Yeah, why not? Some of the deranged men on field do this.
News to me.
You just hear from behind you, is this awful woman from Voldar too?
I don't think so, Lillian.
I wouldn't have been surprised if she was, though.
She fits the bill.
Brutal, blunt, and straightforward. Twice go nice on the eyes, though.
Are you trying to be sneaky about that, Chief?
A little.
You want to roll me a stealth?
I don't know how stealth an 18 is, but maybe stealth?
You just feel another round of piercing blood red eyes in your direction, and you also feel another piercing set of eyes from the other side of you as Lillian's just turned around.
He's just gonna start slowly doing the shifty eyes. Not even bothered by the fact that he was heard, just going, and?
Just doesn't say anything. What do I clean next, Bat, or what do I do next?
I mean, I don't give you order. I just asked you to clean. I didn't order you to clean.
Go to the Stella's, see what Stella is. She just walks out the door.
I recommend the stew.
Alright, stew it is. I'm ordered to eat stew. Just clearly being sarcastic now.
I'm not ordering her to do anything. I don't know.
You walked into it, though, Elijah.
I think she's just going to turn everything that you say into something awful. I think that's how she has fun. I think she might be a monster.
Yeah,
Eh.
I don't doubt that. It's not really normal what she did.
Anyway, though we should, with all that said, though, we should at least be aware of the idea that gentlemen might actually have Ted Lundy hiding in the crowd as well. Because something gives me the idea that since they're two peas of a pod, that gentleman would have Lundy as his ace in his back pocket, as it were.
Well, here's
With
some.
that in mind, I volunteer for being part of the crowd detail to apprehend Lundy if he actually is hiding in there.
Well, here's some
I've
anti-magic handcuffs. He is a bard. He just tosses a couple to you guys.
Problem
I
with
would
that, though, Omen, he's seen you.
and so he's seen everyone else.
Not everyone else.
Who hasn't he seen?
I look at Jezza.
Do you actually think Jezza could get close enough before before Lundy would just go nuts?
Hey, you don't know what I'm capable of.
Oh, I'm not
Yeah.
knocking you, Jezza. I'm just saying that Lundy has proven to be very instinctive. Individuals like that usually have dangerous levels of intuition that, frankly, should be worried about at all times.
Maybe we should send somebody to go and look for him. We could send Sarah and Mr. Craven to go and try to find him.
It's not a bad idea. He didn't see either of them.
That's good. I could run along the rooftops to provide support from that end.
You need to be with us.
Understood.
I've got a... Oh, man, this is gonna be gross. Can you guys go buy some living lambs? Like 6 of them?
How old exactly?
As young as you can get them.
Year old at minimum.
He likes to kill poor defenseless things. If we put a box of lambs out, then we'll be able to follow him.
It's a little twisted.
Well, what do you want? The twisted town. I'm not happy
Honestly,
about it.
Rather some helpless lambs get turned into mutton than some innocent children get turned into grisly artwork.
It wasn't a criticism. It was an object. It was an observation.
I mean, there's a reason I didn't say puppies or kittens. That's all I'm gonna say.
I would have thought piglets would have been a better option.
I don't know. Whatever you can find. Go to a pet store. Find some pets.
I'll look for like Omen will look to Elijah. I'll go for piglets. You go for lambs. If we do a mix of both, he'll be extra tempted.
I want you to think about what you just said.
I know what I said, Elijah, but like our leader said, Twisted Town calls for twisted measures.
No.
And besides,
I am a bear. You think it's going to be easy for me to get livestock?
I don't care. You're doing it. I like Omen's plan. Jensen just
I would have.
says-
Omen will just give Elijah a flat look. And here I thought you were above such base, petty instincts that you could actually think like a person. And he'll just poke you in your furry chest. Or is all that
I
fluff
am
just a
thinking
lie?
like a person. I'm thinking like a 7.5 foot tall furry bear person that little helpless lambs are going to be scared shitless of.
You just hear somebody slam a fist on wood. Shut up and go and do it already! I'm trying to organize!
Yes, ma'am.
I'm gonna have you all banished. Banished!
You wouldn't banish me. I'm too fun.
You don't know what I'm
Mhm.
capable of.
Banish Omen.
I don't know.
He's the troublemaker.
That depends. Are you trying to put everybody to sleep again still?
I'm done with that.
Okay, maybe I'll rescind your banishment.
See? We're not savages.
We'll cut to the we'll just kind of cut to the sake of brevity of things, and you guys walk away with 3 lambs and 3 piglets for 3 silver each. You both pay 3 silver, you get what you need.
Sorry.
They even throw in like a little child like petting zoo fence.
Oh God. That's cruel.
You guys deliver the supplies to Sarah and Elijah, and they head out to go set up their sacrificial petting zoo. And it's now become late enough that the contest should begin. So Jezza gets you all hurried over to Stella's with Julian, who's the only other one that didn't have a job. And as you enter Stella's, I gotta switch the map here. I don't remember where I put the map. He don't exist,
Sorry.
and he don't exist.
Sorry for all the wind a minute ago. I had to get fuel in the truck.
Oh, I didn't hear any.
'Cause it doesn't run on hopes and dreams.
You're not.
I guess CRISPR. I guess CRISPR's working extra hard today because it was really super windy, and I was worried it would hear that.
Sorry about that, everyone.
You clearly are not hoping and dreaming hard enough.
Oh no, I'm hoping and dreaming pretty hard.
Let me go get. I just gotta get one more token here. I'll put gentleman. Put him right here. When you enter the bar, there's a ton of very good-looking people. Gentleman is sitting right next to Vesa, who is talking to Creepy Johnny, and there are like 12 bowls just stacked up next to her. This place is very crowded in time for this event. And Creepy Johnny, trying to play into the bit, just points at you guys and goes, "Head over to that table and place your bet. There are pictures of all the contestants."
Okay.
When you head over to the table, you see taped down is a picture of Gentleman. Next to it is a picture of Vesa. Next to that is Nina. Next to that is a picture you don't know how Creepy Johnny got of Lillian, who is not there. So you're not sure how the hell that happened. Next to that is it looks like another orcish woman you've never seen before, but you see her in the crowd. And then there is a Tabaxi lady, and then next to that is a Triton lady. And then there's a human lady next to that. So there's like a mix of people that you can vote for.
I'm going to vote for Lillian.
Same.
You're voting for Lillian?
Yep.
I was asking.
This will be Omen's little way of making up for her.
How's that? What?
I was just saying. I was asking Omen just to be certain.
Actually, hold on. I gotta do another personal roll for this one. Odds and evens again. Sorry. Changing my mind. Vesa.
That's fair.
Omen's vote going to Vesa.
It would.
Shut up. Shut up.
She smashes you over the head with your own gourd, and now you're smitten.
I'm smashed over the head with love and liquor.
What do you guys do? I mean, you finished the main thing, which was voting.
Omen is going to just get a quick drink and sit himself down in one of the. Hold on, let me close my sheet so I can get a better look. Oh. Yeah, Omen's just gonna help himself to some small, to a small bit of food and drinking. I mean, just to kill time. If Vesa looks like she's interested in company, he might try and go. He might try and sneak over. But if it's obvious she is just in the mood to be alone, he'll just stay where he is.
That's kind of the
Would that
problem.
be
It's impossible to really tell, but you can try to insight whatever she's doing.
just a chance to just slightly read the table she's at? That is plus that 17.
Uh,
I don't know why. There we go. Struggling to do my.
just for my
What's up?
just for my own personal curiosity, is this like a silent auction kind of a thing?
That's more just
I think
place
so.
your bet and enjoy what's going on.
Essentially, enjoy the atmosphere. Run a quick bet. Place your bet. Have some fun. Wait for the end. Wait for the end result.
I'm assuming we would have gone over this with Creepy Johnny in the planning of it, since it's his whole idea anyway. Where this thing obviously needs to be rigged for gentlemen to win, so we could bag him.
What? All right, I'll resolve Omen's thing, and then I'll have you do something in a minute. Omen, it's she just seems like she did in the office. It's clear she's not hiding anything, but it's impossible really to, with how rigid and everything else that she has been the entire time you've noticed her. It could really be either way.
He'll just shrug his shoulders at that and just tuck himself into his meal.
Elijah, why don't you give me a perception check?
Oh Lord. Perception. Oh, could I use my passive, please?
This is not a passive thing.
Nat 1.
Okay, you don't know.
20 screws me again.
You just have to hope that there's something in play at this point.
See, Martin, it's not his fault. It's my fault.
Too bad you don't have an inspiration or anything.
Wait a minute. I don't. Damn.
Yeah, you.
I do have the ability to slide the DM a 5.
I don't know where's my 5.
I mean,
I'll take that one. It's how the game goes, I guess.
Yeah, you just kind of, without talking to Creepy Johnny or anything else, it's really hard to tell what's going on. But Gentleman has not really left his seat. He just seems to be enjoying his time. He's even recognized you guys, but hasn't said anything to you guys. He just, at one point he gave you a wave, but he didn't like make any kind of scene. He's just drinking.
Almond would like to try and, after having his little other bit beforehand, now getting into serious mode, he'll take a look around to try and see if he can lock eyes with Creepy Johnny to see if he is able to at least be up to date on what the plan is. Like, see if he can catch a nod of he's ready or anything.
It's pretty easy because, I mean, I assume you're sitting at the bar.
Yep.
Yeah, I mean, he looks at you all the time. He's tending bar rather vigorously. And he just kind of
Yeah.
keeps giving you that same dead look that you've grown accustomed to. He doesn't really give you anything.
He'll just shoot us. He'll just give him a little. He'll just give him a subtle nod before turning on his seat to keep it, just to enjoy the ambiance of the Stellas.
Why don't you roll me a perception check as more people are pouring in?
23.
Every time you see somebody cast a vote, you see... Oh, I forgot to loop the old music. Let me, there we go. Every time you see somebody cast a legitimate vote, you see Nina appear and shove another vote for Gentleman into the box.
Beautiful.
Almond's just gonna smirk and chuckle to himself at that.
I gotta make another roll here. Oh yeah, they're that dumb. Okay, and eventually coming out of the crowd, you are seeing... You're seeing Howard Bronzefingers and Seven Crawford, the Goliath, and the dwarf that were with Nimbleton show up, and they walk right up to Gentleman and start talking to him.
Oh, those assholes.
Almond's eyes are just gonna narrow. He'll lean back against the bar as if he's lounging. Just side-eye Johnny with a look of, you thinking what I'm thinking with those guys?
Do you plan to clean that spot, sir? He just
Don't
says...
worry. Don't worry, boss. I'll get it. I'll clean it up in a sec. He'll lean back up and grab a rag from nearby and wipe down the stain.
If you have time to lean, you have time to clean or serve drinks.
Alrighty, I'll grab a couple trays and start handing out drinks then.
No, not
Should we go?
those. Hand out the glasses of champagne. Things should be kicking off.
Right. Should we go for the more middle shelf or top or upper shelf ones?
How about the glasses I have poured? He just points right next to you.
I was saying for next round, when we run out of these, he'll pick up the tray and just start walking around.
I'm gonna set up shop by the door like I'm a bouncer.
Easy enough.
Almond will be on rotation, just moving around the bar, more or less being the head on a swivel.
Because you're close enough, you can, on your rotations of picking up more trays and dropping them off, you do you see Creepy Johnny just kind of grab like a small wooden stick, and he just looks at Gentleman and goes, I know you're a world famous bard and you gotta do this trick all the time. Could you help me out? And Gentleman goes, oh, no problem at all. And he just taps the stick, and then Creepy Johnny, like, for the first time you've ever seen, he just climbs up onto the bar, which is very unlike him, and would be normally frightening for you guys, but he's not doing it in a threatening manner. The music cuts off, and he just goes, ladies and gentlemen, It's time to announce the winners. We're going to start counting, and when I get back up on this bar, we'll tell you who won the whole thing. And everybody just starts cheering. You've also been noticing that Creepy Johnny has been serving gentlemen a lot. Like, you've never seen him so attentive. Every time that glass is empty, it's almost like it's magic. It's just filled again.
Have we noticed him spiking, or
Yeah, I
is
was
he
about to
just
say. Is he
is he just
mixing?
flushing him? Is he flushing him with booze, or is he spiking it too?
That would be a perception check.
Okay.
Dirty 20?
18?
You guys actually both can't tell.
Wow.
That's how fast he's moving. He's not going slow. But Gentleman seems weirdly fine as he keeps drinking. Like, it doesn't seem like it's hitting him at all, which is also
So
really concerning.
So he's probably got some little trick that keeps him free of alcohol.
Damn.
Eventually, after another hour goes by, Creepy Johnny stands back up on the bar as everybody goes dead silent. And he just goes, well, hell, I don't even need to recount nothing. There's no denying it. It wasn't even close. Tied for second and for third place will be whoever this Lillian person is and whatever Avessa is at 20 votes. And everybody just kind of looks around really confused. And the undeniable winner, Gentleman the Bard, as he points down at Gentleman, who just looks ecstatic. The whole bar is cheering. Gentleman takes another drink. And you actually start, as he stands up, you actually kind of see him fall to a knee. As he's slowly starting to get up. Thank you!
I'll move. Never mind.
No, nobody could have stood a chance ever. I don't feel good. Something's wrong. As he starts to, like, stumble around.
Omen will be right there with like a hand on a hand brace against his chest leg to keep him from pitching forward. Easy there, cousin. Let me give you a shoulder. You look like you've had a few too many. Let me put you to a chair so you can rest a little.
Okay. He's actually starting to look really bad.
Don't worry, cousin. You probably just had a bit of gut rot. You let it work through your system. He'll just be gently patting him on the chest. Don't worry.
I'll move forward and help Omen escort him somewhere.
To one of the more VIP back seats at the party. That's essentially got like a little curtain cover over it.
There's
Front of one of the.
There's nothing quite like that. You just know that this table, because it was the voting booth, is still unoccupied at this point. It's pretty easy to get them, like, dragged over to here.
I like to think that as, like, they're walking over to the area, gentlemen's feet just start missing steps to the point where one foot's just being dragged behind. Like, oh, okay, folks, I think gentleman's had a few too many and he needs to sleep it off, so let's give the man some peace and quiet for a minute. Omen will just gently put him into the seat. Easy does it.
Elijah. Oh.
Robot.
Trucker?
Hello?
I
Uh-oh.
don't know if his signal's good enough for this or not, so I can't really ask him. We'll
Hello?
there you go.
There he is.
I went down into a valley and I might have lost my signal for a second.
Yeah,
you-
you went cut out.
Are you going over to help Omen and Gentleman here?
Yeah.
Yeah, Omen. Alright, fuck. Elijah, as soon as you get over there, Gentleman grabs you by the shirt and pulls you in and goes, I need help, something's wrong.
All right, I can help you out a little bit. What's the matter?
I don't feel something I don't feel right inside.
Well, that's not too good.
I feel like something's like trying to
Like-
crawl its way out.
Okay, I was about to ask, what does it feel like? That answers the question. Let me see if I can help you.
It's scrambling my brain.
Okay. I'll put my hand on him and act like I'm gonna activate my lay on hands. I'll see if I can help you a little bit. You wouldn't happen to know where your friend is, would you? You might need to escort home.
Oh yeah, my friends. And he just like snaps his fingers above his head really lazily. And you see Howard and Seven go in unison, it's go time, and then you see them like hit something on their side and they both blow up.
Oh shit.
Wait,
Going-
how many people are caught in the blast?
There's like 10 people that get caught in the blast that are just instantly vaporized, and everybody is now freaking out. Gentleman jumps up out of the chair super fast. I wonder if I can find some more appropriate music for this. Just one moment.
By the way, we would have gotten a rest since the last time, right?
Oh yeah, I would certainly hope so.
Okay, I was about to say, because I'm
That's perfect. Gentleman just jumps up. What was that?
I'm not taking my eyes off of him.
Well, apparently a couple of your friends just exploded.
Creepy Johnny just has a gun leveled at everything that moves. Gentleman is now like, if you've ever seen somebody on a bad LSD trip, you start seeing him like very paranoid looking around like he's seeing something that isn't there.
Oh, hell.
Above game, do we have to bring him in alive?
Oh yeah.
Alright, so we gotta subdue a potential PTSD
gave us-
flashback having killer robot on top of a psychopathic bard.
Well, they gave us those anti-magic cuffs, right?
Yeah,
Specifically, they gave them to you.
they gave him to
Oh,
both
man.
of you.
Yeah, they gave one to each of us.
Oh, okay. Well, that's great. Since he's all psychotic delirium at the moment, I'm gonna try to get those on him.
I'm gonna need
Omen will try. Can I help?
1 second. I don't remember if I posted. Yeah, I did post the music. You're gonna have to try pretty hard because now he's starting to like swing at things that aren't there, so it's going to be very difficult to grab his hands. He's not like actively fighting you, but he's like fighting everything because he is very clearly
yeah.
freaking out.
He's very
See-
clearly having a bad trip.
If we decide to work work in tandem on this one, Chaos, we can do this. Because I have a thing called bear hug, where I can literally just, grab him and hug him, and then you can cuff him.
Yep,
will
I know what you mean.
I will say that you can give Omen advantage on a athletics check. He's going to try to get away from you guys.
I wouldn't need to roll a competing.
No, you're
Grapple?
giving him help.
I got it.
Advantage. Much better. That's a 20. Dirty.
You're about to get the cuffs on him, and then all of a sudden he just shoots his hands up in the air and sits down on the ground and slips out of Elijah's grasp. He's got no shirt, now he's just trying to roll away from you. It's like, no! No! As he just is trying to roll away. He gets to about half his movement over this way.
At this point, Omen's gonna wrap him up in a judo hold and just pin him chest first against the ground, arms behind his back, and hold him still so Elijah can put the cuffs on him this time.
Alright, Elijah, you get an advantage on athletics.
Come on, Bear Man, hurry up! I can't hold him for long!
He's
We're the two dipshits chasing a greased pig right now.
The two gyps.
I got a 13. That's not good.
Damn it!
It's what you needed. Omen, you kind of finally get him rolled over on his back, and he's like, "Ugh!" It just starts kind of freaking out, and he's slapping at you. It's more annoying than it's painful, but he just keeps slapping you across the face, and you're just like, "Stop! Enough!
Stop it! Stop it!"
Elijah, you're just watching him slap Omen a couple of times so you can get the timing down, and you just get the cuffs on him. You get him behind, you roll him over, get the cuffs on him properly, and he's just no! And he's trying to kick at Omen still. It's a monster! Help! Somebody...
Omen's just gonna kick him in the... Omen's gonna kick Gentleman in the balls real quick.
Roll to hit.
Oh.
Gladly. After the shit this fucker's put us through? Oh, hey, that's a 22.
Yeah, you kick him good, and he just he slips out of your grasp again, but he does kind of a front tumble and lands on his wrist. And he's just what the hell? Something's wrong, I need help. Why is nobody helping me? Guards!
We're trying to help you, you crazy asshole.
Guards!
Alright, let's get him out of here, hurry. Omen will just pick him up, pick his legs up, and just put him over his shoulder like a fireman.
Logically, I would have cuffed his hands behind his back.
Yeah.
Yep.
I want to make sure that's clear.
Yeah, no.
And horizontally as well, so he can't put any signs together. No somatic, no verbal, nothing.
Well, it doesn't matter. He's got the anti-magic cuffs on.
True.
We can switch back to the other music now as that concludes that combat.
And Creepy Johnny's gonna be pissed.
He doesn't look very pleased.
Okay.
I mean,
Omen will just
he
look at
would've-
Creepy Johnny. And how are we supposed to know they were gonna go suicide bomber, huh?
I don't know. I think he accidentally gave them the signal. I don't think that was supposed to happen.
Well, at least we got one
Turns
answer
to look
out
at
of
Elijah.
that.
Turns to look at Elijah. You had to mention his friends, didn't you?
I said
We-
friend. I was trying to get him to tell us where Lundy was.
Lundy?
Something tells.
Is Lundy around? That's wonderful. Let me tell
No,
you,
we want. We're trying to find him so he can help you.
I've got a secret.
Asshole. You got a secret?
You can't
What's
tell
that?
anybody.
I wouldn't dream of it, but
I don't trust that Laura lady. She's probably a bitch.
okay. You wouldn't happen to know where she is, would you?
Nobody ever does. She just shows up when she wants. I don't like her. Turning into animals, you can't trust people that do that. That's not right.
I mean, what do you got against animals?
Nothing. Animals are fine. People just ought not to be turning into them, is just my personal opinion. Like, can't you agree that there's something wrong with that? Just a little?
Do you find that those individuals have too much of a connection to their primal side of animals? You mean how they're more liable to be guided by their instincts?
Whoa. Get a load of the monster, man. Get a load of the monster, Cloud. He, like, tries to reach for you, Elijah, but it doesn't work. That monster, that was deep. Usually monsters are just evil.
Blink, blink.
Gotta get in touch with your primal side. That's gotta be a song. You happen to
Almond
know
will just
anybody
turn
who's good
to-
at producing songs or making songs? We could start a band. He just looks between the two of you.
Almond's just gonna look over at Creepy Johnny. What exactly did you slip him?
Just kept slipping in poisons until something worked.
What worked?
Mushrooms?
I was about to say, what kind of psychotics did you put him through?
I don't know. I found them growing under the tree outside.
Psilocybin.
Creepy Johnny?
What?
I think there's a fine line to how much of anything anyone's body can handle, and I think you might have overdosed him on that.
I chopped up 4 of them and put them in his drink.
You know what? You could actually make money on that, Creepy Johnny. Like, mash them down, boil them into a liquor, and then put some green dye in it. You'll make money.
I'm doing that right now. I dug up some of the soil around them, planted the rest of them in the dirt, got it all nice and wet, and they're growing in my office.
Oh, that's wonderful.
For those who don't know, that's literally what absinthe is. The old school pre-FDA absinthe.
Yep.
It was literally just liquor with stuff in it that made you see things.
Jezza comes in.
Oh.
I heard an explosion. Sorry, I'm late.
Yeah, we found out where those 2 guards went that were supposed to be with Nixley. They're here and there 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 and there.
So is a
They
couple
went
other
suicide
people.
bomber.
Oh,
Well,
nice.
no, they kind of decided they wanted to be in many pieces.
That sucks. How'd that
Oh, by the
happen?
way, we're not entirely sure, but we got this one, and then point at gentleman.
As Jezza starts to get close, you have to brace really hard because he starts violently kicking at Jezza. No! Don't like stick bugs. He just starts kicking at him. Oh,
As you can see,
Wait,
he's
stick
been-
bugs? Is that what you're seeing right now?
he's a giant stick bug. We can all see
As
the
you-
monster.
As you can see, He's been dosed with something of your son's creation.
Great, another large Raymond situation. Let's...
I think this is going to be a large Raymond situation.
I'm just gonna call the cart. They'll come and get him. Let's go wait outside with our friend. Let him settle down. It's almost pathetic.
Let's let him outside so he can breathe the free, not blood tainted air and see the stars and tell us where Lundy is.
You guys go outside, and then all of a sudden, Elijah, you hear the familiar voice of Elijah. Hey, we got a weird problem.
Weird problem?
Yeah, like the weirdest problem in the world.
Okay.
Lundy
well, do
took...
tell. Don't leave me in suspense.
So Lundy took the bait all right, but, he's not killing them.
Let me guess. He is frolicking in the playpen with the animals.
Oh yeah, he's got them all arranged by size, and he's making sure that they're fed. He actually left... He threw something through the feed store window and started feeding them.
Is he still there?
Yeah? We're watching him right now.
Jezza, are you hearing this, or did they just contact me?
They just contacted you.
Jezza, I have news.
What?
Weird, freaky, unexpectedly kinda okay news.
I'll get after it.
Well, those lambs and piglets that we bought thinking that he would go cave their skulls in because he's a psycho. No, he has arranged them by size, and he broke into the local feed store and he is feeding them. And has he given them names yet, Elijah?
Oh shit.
Is he naming them right now?
No, he just launched one of them really high in the air and caught it. It seems to actually enjoy it.
Oh my God, he's playing catch with them. He's tossing them like newborn babes and catching them when they come back down. He is probably seconds away from naming them. What should we do, Jezza? I was prepared for a bloodbath of baby ewes and piglets, not whatever the hell is going on over there.
He's just looking at you, and you see Gentleman has like violently thrown himself on the ground, and he's like trying to press himself into the ground.
Gentlemen, what are you doing?
No!
No what?
Leave me alone.
How about you come with us and you stop having a tantrum?
I will go nowhere with you or that one. And he's like kicking in the direction of Jezza.
Omen's just gonna grab him by. Omen's gonna grab him by his legs and scoop him up over his shoulders like a fireman's carry.
Let's see if he can execute this. Oh yeah, he does. You're going to be taking
5 boot damage.
Oh no, it's gonna be funnier than that. I gotta see what his strength is.
He's gonna catch you in the gut.
You're going to be taking 6 bludgeoning damage as as you grab both of his feet, he uses the momentum to reel himself up hard and headbutts you and lays back down on the ground. I've warned you.
He reversed warned you.
Omen's just gonna Undertaker sit up, put one finger to one side of his nose, and just the contents out the other end.
I've warned
Sit
you.
up, stare at him for a flat second before a slight twitch of his brow is the only warning before suddenly, fast as a whip, his foot lances out in a kick that just catches him barely off the chin, but definitely enough to scramble his brain.
Are you trying to knock him unconscious?
Yes, the knockout kick.
He's just now like trying to inchworm his way to you, Elijah. You need to protect me. I haven't done anything to any of you. He's unreasonable.
Working for my father mean nothing to you?
I don't even know you, man.
I'll pick him up, but I'm gonna be a little cruel about it.
Could have sworn
I'm
that
gonna,
kick would have
like-
knocked him out.
I'm going to pick him up, like, by the handcuffs. So
Oh.
I put pressure on his shoulders so he'll have to stand up, or they'll dislocate.
Oh, I hate that.
Yeah, he's standing and he's just like
Okay.
looking around wildly in a very paranoid manner.
All right, this is the friendly cloud speaking, gentlemen. I will do my best to protect you from these dastardly evil men, but you have to be a good boy, okay?
Are you a deceiver? I've never told you my name. How do you know that?
Well, you're world famous as the most beautifulest person ever. Of course, people know who you are.
That's nice.
Your beauty precedes you.
I'm a light. I guide people.
What person in the wide world doesn't know the name of gentleman?
I don't know. Is there anybody?
Exactly.
We should go tell more people.
You know what? You're right. Let's do that. And then I'm gonna like gently apply pressure by lifting up on his wrists to get him to walk.
At this time,
We're gonna just wheelbarrow his ass, forcing him to walk, and we're gonna go drop him off where he needs to be dropped off.
you guys are kind of like walking him around the block a few times to get him to settle down, which is not easy.
Yeah.
He does, on occasion, try to wrestle free because he's not perceiving the pain appropriately, so he thinks he's under attack. So he keeps kind of like trying to like hide from whatever is hurting him, and it's not working very well. So it's a pain in the ass to take him on the walk.
It's all right, bud. It's all right. I promise. Nothing's gonna get you. The protector cloud is here.
I am 2 seconds away from one more knockout kick. Just one more. I can knock him out for good.
Eventually the cart does pull up, and a lot of guards show up this time again. And they very quickly, without, like, they're very no-nonsense, they don't stop to talk to you, they just grab them and toss them in.
Any of them we recognize from last night?
Yeah, you recognize a few of them.
I'll pick one that I personally recognize and be like, okay, that's him taken care of. We also know what happened to the other two AWOL guards. They just kind of suicide bombed themselves at the beauty contest we set up to catch this one. Coward and whatever the other one's name was.
Crawford and...
7.
And
Crawford and 7.
Bronze Fingers?
Yeah.
He must have done a number on their brains.
Yeah, he just kind of snapped his fingers and they tapped something on their sides and literally blew up. If you want what's left of them, they're at Stellus.
You just see somebody stick their head out of the cart. Sir, he keeps trying to order drinks. What do we do?
Tell him you're on the way to take him to get drinks.
What's wrong with him? He keeps, like, wriggling around
He's
on the ground.
He
Our
is
our
high
bartender
as balls right now.
on some type of mushroom brew. Our bartender slipped him.
think that's illegal.
Well, he tried
Well,
slipping poison.
would you rather us do that, or would you rather him be out there still killing people?
We'll worry about the illegal brewing of alcohol later.
I mean, it wasn't really illegally brewed. He picked mushrooms from outside and just put them in a drink.
We'll send somebody to investigate Stella's later.
All right, just fair
Don't be.
warning. The proprietor he doesn't take kindly to messes in his place or violence in his place. Just letting you know.
No, duly noted, duly noted.
All right, we gotta go catch Lundy at the petting zoo, and then we just start walking towards the petting zoo.
Omen is just beside himself with confusion. Like, why? Everything I've been told about him, everything I've seen about him from fighting him, nothing about this struck me as, hey, this is the kind of person who would do this. Omen will just look over at Elijah.
And
I swear, if he's
armed.
in a cuddle puddle with all those little creatures, when we get there, I am going to be very confused. But if he
I
starts
mean, in
using those
our
creatures as
defense,
ammunition and starts throwing them at us, I'll be not surprised at all.
Alright. With
look,
that,
in our defense, we don't know how psychopaths work. They're psychopaths for a reason.
we'll be taking our first break here. I gotta go feed my animals and all that other stuff.
Speaking of animals, little Rexy is about
Oh,
1.5 times as big
just crap with me.
on the ways now. So, what you been up to, Chaos?
I've been just mussing around, just waiting for the different big games to drop and shit. I'm getting close to
Uh,
my intern stuff that's gonna be going on next Thursday. So I'm gonna be running
Are you
around.
aware that they've added? Sorry.
Oh no, no. Um, I'll have the whole day off from school to do that. So I'll be
Well, that's
essentially running
cool.
around to different tech companies trying to see if I can get business cards or not.
Neat. Actual networking.
Yep.
Are you aware they've added a portable hell bomb to Helldivers?
Yes. And you wanna know what my first thing to say was when I found that out to my friends? Found something!
Oh.
Boom!
Well,
Because
no, like
we wound up having a joke.
it's literally a backpack bomb.
I know. You can go full Allahu snack bar whenever you want.
See, I was gonna make that joke, but I don't know if we can make that joke.
Oh, a snack bar!
Like, you get it called
Oh, ooh, a
down, and
snack
then
bar!
you pick it up, and you're like, wow,
Dude, what?
I'm gonna go
The
say
anti.
hello to a snack bar somewhere.
No, dude, the best part about that we've had with Helldivers lately is the anti-tank emplacements. Once we had all those set up with our mortars and our mines and shit and all that, we literally had it to where if you wanted if you wondered what a military firearm expedition yard looks like after explosive testing, look no further because we pockmarked the outside. Not a single enemy got in. And on top of the anti-tank
They've all
emplacements, just shooting down dropships.
they also made all of the orbital. Uh, they've also made all of the orbital things unlimited, except for the laser. Did I lose my signal again?
Nope. I
Yeah,
was
like
mid
both
rip.
both of the barrages, the 120 and the 380, those are unlimited now.
Yeah. What about the
The
napalm? Is that unlimited too?
the precision airstrike is unlimited. The EMS airstrike is unlimited. I don't know about the napalm because I never used it. Because I preferred fighting the bots over the bugs. And napalm does literally nothing to the bots.
I mean, yeah, that's why I love napalm. That's why I love the orbital napalm barrage, the eagle napalm barrage, the flamethrower,
I
and
finally
was there a dragon's breath drone as well or no?
a flamethrower guard dog. I'm not sure.
Yeah,
Probably.
there should be a flamethrower guard dog, because then I'd have a reason to wear the fireproof armor as opposed to my coin flip armor.
Well, the armor I'm wearing is the one that basically keeps you from taking critical hits. So it's like you can't be critical hit and it negates bleeding on the torso.
In other words, the coin flip armor where you can have a 50% chance to not die.
Well, no, the one I've got, like it's not even a coin flip. It's literally if you take a
Oh.
wound that would inflict bleeding on the torso, it just doesn't.
Yeah, that's the same for my armor. It just
Yeah,
doesn't focus excessively on that.
it the armor I'm wearing specifically keeps you from bleeding out to a torso wound.
Hmm.
And it has extra padding, so I'm walking around with, essentially heavy armor padding, but with medium armor stats.
Yeah.
Sorry about that. That took
I also
way longer than I wanted it to.
I also love / hate the ultimatum pistol because it's basically a little mini nuke launcher with completely ass range.
Yeah. Everything.
Like
When I saw that, I was like, yeah,
you
I
can
don't believe
arc
that'll be
it.
good.
No, I mean it works. You just have to get really good at, not aiming at something and thinking it's going to hit there because you have to lob it.
Mortar it,
It's kind of
basically.
yeah, you bet you have to treat it like it's a portable mortar because anything you aim at, like the bomb drop on it is like really bad. So unless you're like literally pointing it at something that's like 50 feet away, you gotta aim significantly higher because it will not hit that. You gotta aim high.
I see.
And even then, even when you aim high, it literally stops from like a ballistic drop and just goes straight down past a certain point. So it's like effective range is really not worth it. It's literally one of those things where you're like, oh, I'm bogged down. No, I'm not. And then hope somebody can pick you back up.
I getcha.
Because my dumb ass, the first time I used it, I was like, there's no way this could go bad for me. And then I got bodied on by a ragdolling enemy that got tossed by another explosion. So I shoot it, and I am aiming for one of the walker thingies. And an explosion goes off to my left, and it ragdolls a body in front of my little lobbed mini nuke from my ultimatum. And apparently it says, "Oh, think, boom," and it killed me.
Well, I hope so far everybody's having fun, but I'm
Because
ready
the
to go if
radius
you
is
are.
very small. The radius is very small, and it does 4,500 damage within that radius. It's awesome, but it also sucks.
Awesome firework. Hits like ass, though.
Hello?
I'm still here.
Hello. We're still here, yeah.
I was just saying, I
That's,
hope everybody's having fun, but if we're ready, we can get going
oh,
again.
I'm having tons of. It's like we got one tripping balls, and then we've got a verified psychopath just having fun in the little impromptu petting zoo.
Just having impromptu, wholesome fun.
You didn't think I was going to get that dark with it.
No, but I was expecting at least
Uh,
something on the par with Suffering the Ties that Bind. For those
I
of you who
wasn't
know that old game, props to you.
I wasn't expecting the two guards to be packing bombs.
Yeah, you guys handled that situation the right way. See, if you would have rigged it so he lost, he would have fought you like hell. And then when you guys were possibly at your worst, that's when he would have activated his little buddies.
So we stuck the we did the good thing.
Did the
That's
smart
good
thing.
karma coming our way.
You did the smart thing. I don't know. I've been pretty strict about making sure you guys never know if you're the good guys or the bad guys.
Are we the baddies?
You could be.
I mean, I could have
Well,
been
I keep
with.
I keep all of you guys as I keep you guys in the dark so it stays as ambiguous as possible.
Are we ever gonna? Are we ever the baddies full time? That's the real question.
You know?
you guys aren't gonna believe me until Thursday, but that's literally the title of Flame's next session.
The
The bad
baddies.
guys? Question mark. Because we did
You
not behave very well. In
did you
that
fuck up when
session.
you shouldn't have? That's all. Yes or
No,
no?
Alright,
we did.
are we ready
We
to
did what
go?
we were told, but we did it very villainy. Yeah, I'm ready to go.
I'm
Alright.
good.
So
I was just pissing around to see if, what was what.
oops, I just changed the scene a little too soon.
Good
Yeah,
thing I wasn't
so
looking at the screen then.
oh no, I was on the OBS side of things, not the your side of
Ah.
things. I'm still screwing up. What am I doing? Well, yeah, you guys are heading in that direction of where you were told the petting zoo was set up.
Coleman has this look on his face that he isn't sure what he's going to be seeing, so he's just ready for the worst of how quickly this could turn a 180.
You
I'm
guys could be
gonna
anywhere down on this end of the street.
gonna reactivate my pendant. Elijah, what are we walking into?
I don't know anymore, man. What the hell?
Well, I mean, what's he doing?
Having a very loud debate with himself whether or not he should free them.
This is definitely a weird night. Well, he's gonna have remembered you, Omen. I don't know if he even saw me that night.
Yeah, we will.
Oops, that was the wrong token.
If he does, and if he does remember me, how quick is he gonna go from 0 to 60? What do you
Well,
think the over/under is?
I don't like betting on these kind of things.
Helps me determine how much time I have to react. That's how I see it, at least.
I have a really dumb, stupid idea, and it might work.
I have a half an ear to listen to that dumb, stupid idea.
Well, you remember how I disguised myself back in Voldar?
Mm-hmm.
I still have my supplies. I can disguise myself up again and, take off my guard type stuff and, pocket this other, these other things, and then come around and pretend I'm somebody else and take him unawares.
You guys meet up with Sarah and Elijah, who are just watching from your end of the street.
Holy shit, he is just
Yeah.
frolicking with the animals.
He interrupts his weird speech about whether or not he should be freeing them, and you just see him like quickly scoop up one of the piglets and set them down on a different side. I've warned you, you can't be greedy. Everybody gets some.
Goodness, he's actually being a responsible pet owner. Do you think if we just offered Theodore Lundy the option of running an animal orphanage, he would turn himself in?
He has to go to prison.
There's no way that he turns himself in. I don't know what's going to happen here.
I don't suppose this city's prison has, like, a farm duty.
Hell no. They're gonna hang him.
That's what I thought.
They're gonna hang Gentleman, they're going to hang Violet, they're gonna hang them all. On the king's birthday, if you guys catch these guys soon enough, there's gonna be a whole event.
I don't suppose you could, like, make yourself and everybody else invisible, Jezza? You have those weird witchy powers?
That's Elijah that's talking to you. Jezza hasn't. Jezza's not here. He's got to deal with now telling Lillian about what's happened so that the paperwork gets done.
Oh, so I didn't know he didn't come with us. Well, damn. He's gonna recognize Omen. He might recognize you two, since you're longer term standing guards than we are. I don't want to have to do this, but I look back around the corner. He might fall for it. What if I actually behave like a standard wild bear? Think he'll be nice about it?
I don't know. You're not a small
no
sheep or a tiny pig.
Yeah, and you're not bear cubs would be bear cub would be a one thing, but you're a full-grown bear. Who knows how he would react to that?
I could be a dire bear cub. You don't know.
How Do you even know how big dire bears are? Do we even have an idea of what their cubs, how big their cubs would be?
That's legitimately a good question. Mayor, would I?
You've seen dire bears, but you don't know at what stage you've seen them.
Look, Omen, they're huge. Okay, the babies are big. The adults are even bigger. I think they're way bigger than me. You wouldn't
If
happen
you
to
can
have
make
any.
if you can make a convincing
Wait,
enough performance.
whoa, wait a minute.
What?
Hold up, hold the phone, and then I go digging through my stuff. He gave me this the other day, or was it this morning? He gave me a scroll of enlarge reduce, didn't he?
That was yesterday, or no, that was this morning that Arcane Braves gave you.
I thought that was me.
Yeah, it
I
might
don't
have.
remember who he gave it to.
He gave it to one
I
of
thought
you.
he gave it to me. He gave it to me.
I don't remember what he gave you anymore, Elijah.
Because I couldn't put it in on my sheet. But he gave somebody a scroll of enlarge reduce.
Yeah, it was
I'm
Omen.
fairly positive it's either me or Omen.
Yeah, it was Omen.
Okay, so braids. He gave you that scroll thing. What did he say it did?
Enlarge reduce. It only lasts for I think a minute. And that
Well,
requires concentration.
yeah, but if I use it, I'm the one concentrating on it, right?
You make a fair point.
I make myself look like a little bear cub, make myself look like I did when I was, a kid. And while he's all cuckooing over me, y'all sneak up and get him.
Alright, he'll pull out the scroll and hand it to you, Elijah. Here's hoping it works, cause that's a decent resource to just give away like that.
Well,
yeah, that
what
he
other
can make
plan do we have?
again.
What other options do we have at this point, Open? We've seen what he can do, and I don't know of any other way we could do this because he might recognize you legitimately. That fight wasn't that long ago.
Yeah, I still have phantom itches from where he slammed that damn club into me. I think my shoulder is a little dented from it.
By the way, is that club anywhere near where he is right now?
You can't really see that. You just see him clearly not holding it at the moment.
So he's hammer spaced it. Okay. Hammer space.
I have no idea what the hell you're talking about. Alright, you guys
It's a cartoon pocket space, basically.
Alright, what are you guys doing?
Okay,
Alright.
seriously, if I do this the nanosecond his attention is all on me, you
Jump
guys
him.
need to run up and grab him as fast as you can.
Do the anti-magic cuffs work on him, or...
Have you seen him cast a
Okay.
spell?
He just seems really swing happy with that big ass hammer.
Something tell... You can't be too careful. A mad dog usually has a few tricks up their sleeve.
Well, if this is gonna work, I'm gonna have to do something very unpleasant. You are not to tell anybody I did this.
Omen will just make a motion of running a zipper across his lips.
I start stripping.
head tilt. What's there to be ashamed of? You literally are fluffy everywhere. I can't see anything.
Elijah's just like holding out his arms just so you can hand him your equipment.
I give all my equipment and I like look over and I'm sorry, I don't mean to do this, but I just if I could blush, I would be ever so slightly blushing because there is a chick right there. This is uncomfortable. And I take everything off and I hand everything over to Elijah and I take the scroll. Is it legitimately a minute? I thought there was a little
Yes.
more time to it.
I thought
An hour.
it's either a minute or an hour. Hold on. Let me look it up real quick.
Concentration up to a minute. We're gonna have to do this quickly.
Okay.
All right.
Once more, like as soon as I have his attention on me, completely on me, jump him. And I activate the scroll.
All right. I need you to roll me a performance as you're going up to him.
Good lord. This is so stupid. I have a nat Z. I have a flat roll in this. This is gonna be ass. All right, here we go.
You don't know what his score on anything is.
Oh god, it's a 12. I'm making cute baby bear noises.
Okay.
I'm basically speaking Ursine towards him. Like, hey, idiot, but it sounds like, cute baby bear noises.
You get right up to him, and he looks down at all this noising that you're doing at this point, and he goes, "Oh, what the hell is this?" He just like picks you straight up and goes, "Oh shit, we have a problem. Can I trust you?" He, like you're a dog that committed a crime, kind of grabs you by the back of the neck and shows you the 3 lambs and the 3 little baby piglets. These are not food. If I catch you harming them, you're not going to be happy. He just sets you in the pen and goes, "Oh, we're in over our heads. That's gotta be
All right,
bear cub. I need to go and get meat." And he just starts...
Wait, is his back turned when Moni puts Elijah in?
Oh no, he just starts walking this way to... It crosses the wall and starts heading towards that building that he had thrown something through the window to feed the little creatures, as Elijah's now stuck in this pen with 3 lambs and 3 piglets.
I'm gonna like stand up on my legs and
Don't get impatient. I'm trying. What? I don't know what I'm gonna do. I gotta take them home.
Alright, so the moment he starts to go into the building for the pet food, Omen would have signaled the others to move in with him to try and jump him as he's lost looking for this food.
I'll say he gets here if you guys want to charge in. This is going to be athletics checks for everybody. Because you gotta restrain him.
I need to move my... Yeah. It's too zoomed in. I need to zoom out. There we go.
If I ended it and jumped the fence, could I assist?
No, you're stuck at the moment.
Fair enough.
Alright,
the
I
combat
got
music back
a...
on.
I got, for my athletics... It's a 22.
Alright, collectively, you guys kind of have him, and he goes, "The hell is this?" And he like shakes you guys off, and now he's squaring up. I'm gonna need initiative.
I thought we had him.
He rolled higher than everybody else. I mean, he's kind of locked down, but he's
Shit.
he's exceptionally strong. You need to understand that.
He's stupid strong.
I rolled a 19 just for the giggles. I know I'm stuck, but still.
I rolled a 19 too. I have a 5 to my dex.
What do you have, Elijah?
19. To
Right.
my dex?
Yes.
A 5.
Alright, well, thematically it makes more sense for Omen to go first, so I'll just put him in there first. I need to roll for the other two. Okay. They're not very helpful, but they're still here now.
They're present. We were halfway to a decent plan.
I was hoping his stupid strength came from other stuff, but no, he just dummy strong.
No, dude, this guy is insane. Alright, Omen, you're up first, but you have options. You don't necessarily have to get into a brawl with him if you don't want to. You just gotta get creative, that's all I'll say.
Alright, gotta get creative, huh? Alright, let me think. For dealing with him, we gotta get smart. Omen will take a sec to look back at the pen, then look over at Lundy. Tell me, friend. Do you want? You feel? Let's just end this peacefully, yeah? We'll take it. Let's all be nice about this. We won't have to start a fight, so the little critters don't get caught in the crossfire, okay? We just need you to come with us so you can answer some questions.
That'll be a persuasion with disadvantage.
Persuasion. First roll, not bad. Second roll, disadvantage. Huh. Double number. So that my modifier persuasion is okay. Double 16, so I got dirty 20.
What do you mean questions?
Well, aside from he gestures his head towards the damaged window, the obvious destruction of private property, which honestly can just be settled up to just impatient desire to feed the little critters. But there's also a few disquieting rumors about certain violent incidents that happened a couple days ago that we need to get some answers for as well.
Those aren't
Answer
rumors,
those
I was
questions?
there, you were there.
It makes it easier then. Just if you just kindly answer the questions we have to ask you. No harm has to no one has to come to harm, and we all walk away happy. Agreed?
Why, you're just going to arrest me so that you can have me hang?
Friend, do you really want to get angry when those little critters could easily get caught in your rampage? I've seen how dangerous you can get. You know how dangerous you can get. Don't let the little innocent animals get caught in the crossfire of your actions. You want them to be cared for and fed, right?
That'll be your turn. Elijah, what are you going to do?
You gotta play the part, man.
My Discord froze and it wasn't letting me unmute. How much time has passed?
It's not been very long.
Just kind of still standing on my back legs, and I'm like motioning towards the baby ewes and the piglets.
Go ahead and roll another performance.
Oh God!
With advantage, because I'm egging them on.
No, it's just standard.
Shit.
10.
He just kind of looks over at you again, Omen. I cannot be arrested. There's too many things to kill.
But they don't have to be one of them.
Not trying.
Just come quietly.
Not going to kill them. I'm going to take them home.
How many animals like those do you have at your home?
None.
Funny. When we were told about the situation that you were in, and after seeing what you were doing for them just a moment ago, I would have figured you'd have at least a small little herd of small critters around your home.
They pop by. I'm answering your questions, but I'm not coming with you. I'm leaving with the animals.
In that case, I have a couple personal questions of my own to ask you. My old man, what do you know of him? Aside from the obvious, him gathering you gentlemen, Violet and the others.
We'll put a small stopper on that because it's now the guard's turn. We have advantage on this. Okay. He's got advantage on this. Oh my goodness. I gotta go for the other one too. Okay. Oh my goodness. As you're talking to them, proving that they are in fact elite guards, they actually get him cuffed. He was starting to try to fight him off, but they get around him and they have him firmly cuffed.
Thank God.
That animal just talk. Is that Laura? I hate Laura.
No, that wasn't. That was just a wind, friend. Owen will just look over his shoulder with a stink eye of, "You motherfucker, keep your mouth shut." Like, mouthy little cub.
Roll me an intelligence check.
Intelligence. One moment. Had to put my. Getting rid of my
Sorry,
cans.
I can't help it. We're
You
Loyal
are
and
a
hardying
son.
our way through this.
Shh. Intelligence check plus that is a 19.
You know that he, from everything you've been told and what you've seen, he'll get pissed on a dime and just start killing. Something about these animals are keeping him from getting pissed, because he could have broken out of those cuffs already, and he hasn't tried. You're starting to think that if you take them with, he might be bound by his unwillingness to harm those baby animals, to resist in a violent manner that will end catastrophically, especially if you can get back up here.
With that said, Omen's gonna quickly tap on the necklace of his and go. Someone get some people over here to carry the animals with us. We got Lundy, and we have a feeling that he won't go berserk if we keep the animals with us. So someone get a crate in here. Someone get a crate over here and tear down the zoo.
Is this dude literally a reverse Doctor? Shit, what's his name? Damn it.
Wow.
Talk to the animals.
Doolittle?
Dr. Doolittle?
Doolittle, yeah, Doolittle. He's just a reverse Doolittle. He just can't talk to the animals.
You see that he is, like, contemplating what's going on here, but he doesn't. You see that. You're starting to see that he seems stuck.
Hmm.
Alright. I take it someone's already come up by now to start setting up, putting the animals in little cages.
Not yet.
Just say, how long is this 1 minute gonna last?
You're
Omen's
starting to
gonna
grow.
Omen's gonna quickly go over to the petting zoo, pull the bear out, and just be like, "Alright, let's get you out over someplace safe, little guy." Just move him over to a corner where he can grow in size outside of you.
Oh, what did you feed him? He just got huge.
A special thing. Come on.
That's grotesque, man. Bullshit. I'm gonna fucking kill you. I'm gonna wear your skin. Actually,
Now, friend, calm down. There's no need for that.
Shove me through the window of the broken into pet feed store, and I'll just stay there until he's gone.
forbidden from killing you.
Wait, what do you say?
I'm forbidden from killing you.
Oh. So that's why. My old man wants first dibs, huh?
He says he's working on something. You're never going to survive it. Never! I can't wait.
Goody. What is it? What exactly does he have in mind? What wonderful little plan does he have for me this time?
Well, he's not
Something to break my...
He's not taking your life. He's gonna take your mind. He's gonna take your soul.
He's welcome to try. And when I stand over his broken body, having proved that I am my own person, we'll see who has the last laugh.
As you say that, a flock of crows fly overhead, cawing, and just keep it pushing, and you just hear him go, "That bitch."
Omen's just gonna glare up at the flock of crows flying away, and he'll just raise his voice and call out, "That's right! Go ahead and tell him! Coward!"
It was for me. I'm coming willingly. Apparently you've got gentlemen.
Yes. He's currently swimming up to his eyeballs in mushroom booze.
Doesn't matter. I'm gonna come willingly. I won't fight at all. I want to go to jail.
That confident that you'll be saved at the end, huh?
I'll never see the rope.
Oh, you will. More like you'll see your feet swaying underneath you.
How much do you want to bet on that?
He'll just look him dead in the eyes with eyes that, for the first time since he's been around, that have been crystal clear as opposed to being always clouded by that perpetual sleep wraith that's been surrounding him. I'm willing to bet my freedom on it. Because I have nothing holding me back, nothing holding me down, and all the friends I need to lift me up. You're just an animal running to the edge of the cliff.
We'll see how wide that cliff is. See you at the ceremony as the cart starts pulling up.
I'll see you on the bottom of the pit when I push you off that cliff myself.
Coming out is your best friend, Corporal Jail. Oh, you fellas have been busy.
Apparently a petting zoo was all it took to keep Lundy pacified.
Really, you piece of shit? That's what it took? Lundy's dead quiet.
Can I come out dressed now?
If you'd like.
Yeah. Come back out of the feed store dressed. Oh god, that was demeaning.
Can you jackasses do anything without vandalism?
Oh no,
It
he
wasn't
did that.
us that
Oh
did
no,
that.
Lundy did that.
Yeah, I did that.
He smashed open. Well, at least he's honest about it.
I'm coming to jail willingly, and it's gonna be your problem.
At that point, Omen will just look over at Corporal Jail. Also, we might want to be on the lookout. Apparently, their leader has something special planned.
Lundy just spits on your shoes. Leader my ass. She doesn't lead us.
Oh. No, I'm sorry. The one holding the leash is at the edge. Not her.
Going to regret this.
But... Hmm?
He just says you're going to regret this.
Only thing I'll regret is not beating you in the fight myself. I still remember those hits you laid into me after our last fight.
I was just playing a game. And as if he was like shaking off ants, he just stands up and walks past you guys to the cart.
As he walks by, Omen like gets brushed by him and like gets brushed against him as he walks by. He just glares at his back as he walks into the cart before he looks down at his hand and sees it's trembling. What the hell?
What is it with these psychos in the game?
How loud do you say that?
Loud enough.
He just stops before the cart, turns around and faces you guys one last time. It's just begun. As he walks right into the cart, not resisting.
Okay.
Okay.
Well, that's a solid day's work.
Indeed. Now we just need to somehow get that last one. But
All
honestly, something
three.
tells. Oh no, I was talking about the druid chick who turns into the crows.
Um, yeah,
Something
something
tells
tells me we're
me.
not gonna catch her.
No, something tells me she's gonna show up at the end alongside my old man. And I don't like it. That said, I've really need a break. I think after I pick up and
Jeez.
let the adrenaline sink in, I'm gonna go take a walk outside of town.
You think that's wise?
Well, the very fine, I'll just stick to the streets. I just need some fresh air to clear my head. That doesn't involve being on
You-
patrol and keep my head on a swivel.
I'll switch
Do you
the
think
music back.
that's wise? Because apparently your old man's gunning for you pretty hard.
He's too busy wrapped up in his little gift from me to pay any real attention about harassing me before it's complete. One thing I'll give him credit for is that he doesn't do things half-assed. When Lundy said he's got something prepared for me, he's not gonna stop until it's all set. He's obsessive over the little stuff like that.
It is quite late at this point, but if you'd like to take a small walk, Omen, you're more than welcome to. I assume, Elijah, are you going to go home then?
Yep.
All right.
I'm gonna go home and check on Lillian and then go to bed.
All right.
You go do that.
Let's just give me 1 second here. Odds or evens, and I'll let I let Chaos play the game a couple times. So Trucker, odds or evens?
Evens.
All right. We'll start with you.
Cool.
The adrenaline
Is
is
there
a
a-
hell of a thing, but sorry, you were asking.
I was gonna say, like, on the way back to Jez's, is there like a vendor where I could get something to eat?
Yeah, you see a guy that's like trying to close up. It looks like he's just selling like kebabs essentially. And when you approach him, he notices your badge and everything, and he just says, I don't want to make change, dude. Just take it.
All right. I'll put a gold piece down. No change. Thank you.
Too kind.
Well, somebody has to be.
You eventually make it. I mean, I assume you take your time, or are you in a rush to get home?
I wouldn't say I'm in a rush, but I'm not strolling. I want the kebabs to still be warm when I get to Jez's.
Oh yeah, easy enough. The moon is crescent and red tonight.
I will knock on her door, seeing as I think I know where she's gonna be.
She opens the door and looks a little confused. Something wrong?
No. I was just checking on you, like I've been doing. Here you go, by the way, and I'll hand her one kebab.
She just shrugs and takes it, and just kind of like when you say just checking in on you. She just kind of like opens her arms to her sides and just goes, still here.
Not too much paperwork today.
Tons.
Yeah, I'm sorry about that. You're probably going to have some more to do tomorrow about how we caught gentlemen and we caught Lundy. So that's
Oh,
good
damn
news
it, I
all
just
around.
started the gentleman one.
Well, see, here's the thing. If you need some assistance, I'm more than happy to help.
Nah.
So why the confusion?
Well, usually you don't come to my room.
Hey, I'm very tired. It's been a very long day. Just got done handing over Lundy to the good guards. He'll say with a little laugh in his voice. You will not believe what it took to catch him.
Was it the lambs or the pigs?
Yes and no. I took a surprisingly large role in that. By the way, I hate to say it, but I'm gonna have to thank Braids for giving Omen that scroll because it made me very small, and apparently Lundy has something of a soft spot for small, cute things.
Maybe you shouldn't thank Braids for any reason.
Why? What did he do?
Because he's gonna be loud about it.
I mean, yeah, sure, I guess.
Then he'll never shut up about it. Then I'll have to banish him.
You do have a point. You do have a staggeringly good point. I know this is kind of out of nowhere here, but do you have like a favorite color or something?
Just kind of looks down at her green cloak. Green's fine.
Okay. I just wanted to like maybe see if we could get you something so you could decorate your desk and your office space with.
Yeah, maybe.
That's probably not a bad idea. That way, at least you know your workspace doesn't have to be hectic.
Are you hiding any of your intentions, or would you care to share what your intentions here above game?
I'm just like trying to get a better read on her for one, and like actually, you know, I'm trying to see if there's anything we can do or I can do to like help her kind of adjust.
She just kind of looks at you and goes, I don't want to be rude, but is there something I can do for you? Or is there, like, some point to all this? You seem very doting.
What? Sorry, the dog. I mean,
Yeah, I could hear the dog whining in the
It
background.
was cute. Just
Pat-
like,
I'm passing by the sugar mill, and I guess he's not happy with how bad it smells. I'm having to fight back, or I'm having to fight my gag reflex on it too. I don't know if y'all have ever smelled what a sugar mill smells like, but it ain't good. I mean, yeah, we're hectic, but I mean, there's no reason why we can't at least be friendly.
I understand that. I'm just wondering what the motive is, that's all.
I mean, right now I don't have one, other than just trying to be nice.
Are you trying to deceive her in any way?
No. That's easily one of the most legitimate statements I've given her so far.
She just kind of has that same flat look that she typically has, but she doesn't seem like bothered. She just seems like she's trying to get to the bottom of something.
I mean, would it be a problem if there is one?
No, just trying to figure out what's going on, that's all. Nobody usually... Well, I mean, how do I want to say that? Just odd
There's
is all.
enough.
I mean, people pretend to care all the time, but, you know, I don't know what you're... You know, I don't know what's going on. Nobody else checks in on me all the time. I mean, except for Omen, but he's guilty of something. He feels compelled to do it. You just do it.
Omen
Well, I
flinches in the
mean-
distance.
A loud sneeze echoes through the night.
He
A
allows
comically
sneeze,
large arrow embeds in Owen's back.
the equivalent of you sneeze very loud in a neighborhood, and this world's equivalent of Italian Americans all collectively open their windows and shut up down there.
Get out of
Yeah,
here, you
shut up.
sneezer.
Why do you come down here and make noise? I don't come up there and make noise. I'll come to where you live and make noise. Get out of here.
Get out of here! Anyway.
Yeah.
A mile or two back in Jez's house. I mean, this is kind of what friends do. Is, we make sure, our friends are okay. And I mean, you've had a really rough time, so I'm just here to make sure if you're okay.
Like I said, the several other times you've asked, still here. Must mean I'm alright.
Well, I mean, present and all right is not always the same thing, but all right, well,
Is there something on your mind? You're always asking what's on my mind. What's on your mind?
many things, but I don't want to unburden on somebody who, maybe doesn't want to hear it.
Oh, so I'm just supposed to unload my baggage while you get to hold yours?
I'm not really asking you to unload baggage. I'm just asking if you're okay.
Yeah, but you ask that all the
But I
time.
mean, if we want to unload baggage, I mean, we can if you want.
Well, how about this? Are you okay? You're obsessed with everybody else being okay. Let me turn the tables.
No, I'm not okay.
Meaning what?
Meaning that I'm far away from home. I don't really want to go back because there's nothing for me to go back to. Every time I think I've got a handle on this place, something changes. I know you say every time you say something about where I'm from, you say how backwards and, chaotic it seems, but this place to me is equally as chaotic.
Well, you got screwed on that end. You became a guard. I mean, you got the worst job. Of course this place is gonna seem awful.
I think you'll find that I didn't have a choice in that. We were kind of forced to.
Yeah, same here. I was there.
I mean, well, the good news is we're, legitimately 3 steps closer to getting that audience. So he'll he'll see you, and if you want to go back, you can go back.
Yeah.
You know, and it's since we're unloading on each other like this, then you know it's hard for me to make friends, and I'm trying here.
Trying too hard. You don't need to try this hard. I would say we're friends.
I mean, you kind of can't just randomly talk to random people and try to be friends when you're basically in self-imposed hiding / exile. So, you know, it's your social skills, and I didn't really have any to begin with, kind of go by the wayside.
Who needs them?
Apparently everybody, because it's chaotic when you don't have them, it's chaotic when you do.
You do just fine on your own. You've never irritated the hell out of me.
Not for lack of trying, I think. He actually says that with a little bit of a grin.
It takes her a second to process, but she just smiles back.
See, there we go. That's a first.
There's a great deal of firsts for everything.
Yeah. So, would you go back?
I don't have a choice.
Of course you do.
Everybody
has a choice.
I'm the last of my bloodline. I'm next in line for the throne. I am the only thing that can make sure that this city stays as it is, because whoever comes next is not going to, probably isn't going to do a very good job. This all falls on me.
It's a lot of pressure.
When Dad dies, that's it. It's me. It was supposed to be my brother. He was supposed to have heirs, and he died. So it's all on me. I have to have heirs. I have to go and do all this other stuff. This city is mine. I have to go back.
What if it had somebody else?
Not letting my home city, my home country, fall to the whims of somebody else.
Fair enough.
Because then it won't be mine anymore.
I mean, I don't really have anything to go back to, so...
You have the luxury of creating your own thing to go back to.
I mean, in a weird kind of way, you do too. Where does it say you have to keep everything the same?
I wouldn't. I have my own plans.
See? You can change things.
Yeah, but I can't do that if I abandon my birthright.
True. What would you change?
I don't think that the guards are what they're supposed to be. I think there's a corruption. Something's wrong. You can't just go from Arizona to the terrible 3 in such a short amount of time without there being a hole that's being artificially created.
You do have a point.
Somebody at the top is doing something wrong. I'm going to exile them. And their little buddies.
This Arizona person is apparently back, so
Yeah, now there's...
I'm assuming that's on us too.
It's gonna have to be. There's... Now, instead of there being 3 that are working together that are awful, now there's this guy coming back. I don't think, judging by anyone's reaction, he was supposed to even still be alive. Or around. He wants something.
Yeah. Something about how he wasn't happy about how they've been doing things. But was he talking about your dad, or was he talking about the guards?
I think he was talking about the criminals. He was the
Could have been talking about. Could have been talking about the whole thing.
He was the crime lord of the city. Now some other people have taken that title.
Well, 3 of them are about to hang. 4 if we can find this druid person.
I don't know if she's part of it. She left way too fast. There's something wrong with her. She doesn't fit. Why are there no druidic crimes in the city?
I don't know.
Something's wrong.
You're much more suited to tell me what would be wrong here than I am to tell you.
I don't know what she's doing, but she's not committing a lot of crimes if she is. She's just helping.
Yeah, something about as soon as he saw those crows, Lundy came willingly, and he was fighting them every step of the way up until that point. I don't know what's going on there. Time will tell, I guess.
Yep. Time will tell.
Well, anyway. Sorry I bothered you. I seem to have interrupted something.
There's no bother. I just don't understand you sometimes.
Well, if it makes you feel any better, I don't understand you sometimes either.
That don't bother me at all. That's good. Nobody should be understanding what I'm doing.
Could we?
I don't know. I don't really give off a whole lot of information about myself, and it's kind of on purpose.
Well, I'm pretty good at keeping secrets, but if you don't want to talk about it, you don't have to.
I guess it's all about asking the right questions. You'd be the only one I trust.
So that's a scary thought.
Have a good night, then.
Alright. Maybe next time we have one of these little checkups, we can trade story for story.
Sure.
I'll even go first.
As you wish. You should just...
Have a good night.
You as well. And she closes the door. Omen!
Yes.
You're wandering around town, kind of taking the long way home. And after about... What are you specifically doing? Let me ask that.
He doesn't have a set destination in mind. He's letting his feet take him wherever he feels like.
Oh yeah, one of those walks. I definitely get that. Uh, after about
After everything that happened today, he kind of needs it.
after about 20 minutes of walking, you just see that swarm of crows fly and land about 30 feet in front of you, forming Laura.
The moment she fully appears, Omen stops walking. From an outside perspective, it looks like he's got a lax posture, but really every muscle in his body is coiled tight as a spring, ready to bound forward and close the distance in a heartbeat on her.
Are you trying to hide
And
that
so,
fact?
yes.
Go ahead and roll me yield and deception.
Sheet open. Don't pull away. Plus that is 22.
You just hear, coming from that 30 feet away, "Don't be so tense, just get over here. Obviously appeared in front of you. I could have kept chasing you around if I wanted to. Clearly I'm trying to have a conversation with you."
Omen will just blow a breath out from his. He'll just blow a breath out before slowly walking towards her. So, what exactly brings you all the way out here to see me? What could my old man possibly have told you to tell me?
You just see her take
Or
a
does it not involve him?
You just see her take a pull from that flask that she has, and she just goes, "You really think that foolish little man has anything over me?"
He has to, otherwise he wouldn't be so confident enough to order you around.
He's a loser. I let him think what he wants.
So what did you fool him into? So what exactly did you lie to him about to make you so confident that you don't have to fear his reprisal?
I'm not
He
worried.
always demands something from those who work with him.
He hasn't been able to figure me out. He doesn't know anything.
That's a first. He always made a show of how he could always discern how people are. How he always made a point of beating me over the head with it. How he knew how I would be like. To think there's someone who he hasn't figured out, and as such can't handle it.
He's never
I
been...
find that... Sorry.
He's not able to control me. He never has. He's lost track of me so many times. Idiot. He has no idea who I'm working for. Neither do you. And neither will you. Not yet.
Understandable. But riddle me this. Would you and whoever you work for be interested in a small offer? Just personal, between me and you.
I can hear
Help
it.
me knock my father down as many pegs as necessary for me to finally get out from under that damn thumb of his. And if you were to say disappear in the middle of of the battle afterwards, while there's still some other incidents going on, I might just happen to look away while you're near me.
You three are going... Well, you four are my bargaining chip for my boss.
Really? So you want us to live then?
I want you to stop looking into me. You're to leave me alone. You're to leave us alone. If you leave us alone, then no harm shall befall you.
I can agree for at least myself. For the others, I will try to put a word into them. What they decide to do is their choice. All I can do is at least put the thought in their ear of not trying to go after you after everything's all said and done.
I don't care if they want to go after me or not. None of you have the slightest clue of what's going to happen. Just know, there's a reason those three got arrested. Things are going to get messy. It's all part of the plan.
Will we be able to contain the mess?
It's not my problem. You all die and we lose that bargaining chip, we'll build another one. Maybe I'll have another one.
Sorry. Have another one? You mean... Okay, never mind. That's just something I don't need to even think about looking into. Pretend I never asked. Pretend I never had that question out there. Okay, wait. Arizona. You lot weren't responsible for him, were you? Your benefactor, I mean?
Who's to say?
Who's to say that maybe you would benefit from Arizona running rampant in the city?
Who's to say I don't? Who's to say a lot of things? What does it matter? Like I said, as long as you lot play your role, I don't have to make another person. I don't have to try to get more bargaining chips. I get what I want. You get what you need. My boss gets what they want. The world keeps spinning almost as if nothing ever happens, and she just keeps taking a swig of that flask. How close are you standing to this lady?
He's about, I'd say Omen would be about 5 feet away. Respectable distance, but not enough to be like, oh, I'm in your face. But very much not like we're yelling across the room.
You're getting the very distinct aroma from this flask of healing potion that she has just been chugging down this entire time.
I take it out, so I see I'm not the only one who partakes. As he like pulls out as he reaches behind his belt and pulls out his own flask. I had to get my other one replaced after a friend of mine smashed it over my head.
I guess the doctors were correct. I should have stopped drinking this while I had you. And she turns to walk away and she looks at you and goes, "Your last name is Penny, by the way." And she flies off, turning into crows.
If broken glass could be heard in that instance after she flew away, that would have been the only sound echoing in Omen's mind as the smile he said he had on his face as he had said the previous thing just drops. And his eyes just widen and almost woodenly slowly turns around and just not mindlessly but very much in shock starts shambling back to where he is, to his room. I mean, where he's sleeping at the moment.
But yeah, with her
Sorry, that caught me off. I'm sorry, that caught me off guard even.
Bruh.
But yeah, with
I
that
fucking called it.
with that I mean, with her very obvious prevalent injury, you get the sense that she is heavily addicted to it and using it as a painkiller, essentially, because of whatever's wrong with her leg.
No, hold on. What'd you just say? You completely lagged out on my end.
You're getting the sense that she's addicted to healing potions like painkillers because of whatever's wrong with her leg. Because she uses that cane.
Oh shit.
Now he's backing out. Oh, I called it.
Oh.
Oh, I love it when I'm right.
Huh. Damn, Mayor. Wait, are we still in game or no?
Yeah?
Oh, shit.
You haven't made it back
Okay.
home yet.
Sorry, I'm just above game for a moment. Now, sorry. In game. Once Omen eventually makes it back to where he is, are you just gonna quietly peer into the window real quick to see if anyone's in the main area at the moment before he goes into the door?
You kind of get jump scared because you see Jezza's hand reaching out like he was about to lock the door. What? Why are you so jumpy? Why are you always so jumpy? Settle down.
Sorry, Jessa. I just had a bombshell dropped on me, and I'm more than a little. I'm left.
What, Lundy
Can I
and the animals?
let me come in. No, something even more important than that.
The wambulance.
There's nothing more important than Lundy liking cute little animals. That's funny. He just closes the door and locks it.
As
Upstairs, you
Omen
hear
walks in
Elijah
behind.
sneeze.
Once Omen walks in behind Jezza, he'll just look at him dead in his face and just say, you know the woman who's always turning into crows? That's supposedly wandering around?
Yeah, I'm vaguely familiar.
She's my mom.
Wow, your genetics are just getting knocked out of the park, hey, Omen? You really are built for crime. You suck at being a guard.
Omen is just gonna give him a very low, very flat look before just walking off and just mumbling, going to bed.
No, quit being a baby. I gotta get mine sometimes. You torture me plenty. He yells up after you.
This wasn't exactly the time. Also, he'll just poke his head down from the rafter. I also figured out why I down freaking. He'll just point it. Sorry. He'll poke his head over the rafter as he's climbing up the stairs and hold out the flask he's got in his back pocket. I also realized why I like drinking this so much. She was popping this shit when I was in her.
I'm glad you found your mom. And I'm glad you finally got rid of that parasite. Nothing's gonna change that.
Stomp, 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 stomp.
You hear stomping up the stairs like a dad having an argument with his son. And another thing. I'm glad you finally took my advice, even if it came from another woman. You hear him walking down the hallway.
Elijah sticks his head out of his door Why is everybody being so loud?
Mind your
Almond pokes,
business.
Almond pokes a head out of his door. Had some big news dropped on me. Tell you in the morning.
Yeah,
Pokes it,
how about you tell
pokes
us in
head
the
and
morning?
slams the
Quit
door.
yelling! I'll blow up the house!
She'll do it too. I've seen her do it.
You just hear
Pulls
Jezzo.
his head in and close. He'll just pull his head and then close the door quietly.
You hear Jezzo from down the hall. You better not! I'll turn you in myself! And you hear his door close. And as you guys drift off to sleep with many revelations and a yelling match later, that will be where we end tonight's session.
Mayor, I have an honest question.
What?
On a scale of 1 to 10, 1 being a minute, 10 being since the start of the game, how long have you been sitting on that particular little bombshell waiting to throw it in my face?
I'd say about a 1. Tied in to one of your conversations, so I threw it in.
You know, I love it. I love how you managed to take, like, which conversation we had.
The one that you had with Vessa at the very beginning of the session about how you don't have a surname.
Oh boy.
You have to realize that your druidic mother probably was a bug. A literal bug.
Dude, as soon as she said I'll make another one, I was like, holy fuck. It's Chaos's mom.
Like, okay, I'm being honest. For a second, when she said that, my brain sparked, and I was like, ain't no fucking way. But I initially brushed it off as, no fucking way. It couldn't be. And of course, after that, it just proved it. I hate it when I doubt myself on that, because I'm always right in the end. I'm always right, because at first I think no, and then it turns out yes. I really have to stop overthinking. Then again, with what I'm getting into career-wise, overthinking is a given.
It's the others are gonna be pissed because you guys just kinda jumped on things too quick. You weren't meant to arrest 2 people tonight at all. But now
Their fault.
now those
Their
2
fault for
look
Snooze, you
missing out.
lose.
those 2 look
Snooze, you
like
lose.
they've been holding you 2 back the whole time.
What's worse is we Abbott and Costello or Loyal and Hardied our way through that.
Well, you guys, I revealed at the very beginning of the episode there isn't a plan beyond getting gentlemen, so whatever you do was up to you.
I cannot
Honestly,
believe I co-opted your enlarge reduce, turned myself into a bear cub, and he's like, "Oh, look at you, little guy."
and I was like, buddy, please, you don't want to start a fight when with your penchant for collateral, the little ones are gonna get flattened.
Speaking of
Like
which,
I kept twisting his arm with that.
since we've got plenty of time, you guys, because you're definitely gonna need it, and you did a lot and impressed me. Somebody will have to tell the other 2, but you will level up here, and I need to know what dice you're using and what you're leveling up into.
All right, one moment. Let me hold on. Can I switch around? Yeah, I gotta switch around my hex split, my warlock stuff real quick. Anyway, please wait. Unable to level up. What?
No, I
Nah,
can do the roll with you guys, and you can take care of it later if you want.
Yeah, that's how I'm gonna have to do it because I'm still driving. So
I can do it. I'm just like trying to figure out how to switch around the warlock levels from one patron to another.
Trucker, I'll just roll your health for with advantage for you. What are you going into?
fighter. I didn't do nearly enough paladin-like stuff to warrant another level in paladin for this one.
Oh, you mean ranger?
Or ranger, I'm sorry.
All right, is that a D10? I forget.
Yep, D10.
It's a D10. Yeah.
Wait a minute.
Gonna go on a monk.
I just want to verify that on my end because now I can't remember for getting things mixed up.
I do believe
Okay,
it is
it
a
is a
D10.
D10.
Yes, it is.
All right, I will tell you.
Well, yeah. Trust but verify, Chaos. Trust but verify.
I get you. Water.
Chaos, I know, is getting a D8 no matter what he chooses. So,
Yeah, I'm sticking with monk.
what did you roll?
7.
Take the 7. All right.
Also, can I potentially burn off the could I have the potential to trade in my warlock levels for more monk levels?
You lose the warlock stuff.
Yeah, we'd have to re-roll levels. Essentially, you'd have to de-level yourself 1 or 2, and then we'd have to go back.
You'd also
We'll
be
do that
considered
later.
a pact. You'd also be considered a pact breaker now. So I know
Is
that
it really
used to hold
considered a
some
pact when there was
significance.
no real...
Oh yeah.
Considering you gave her energy and she gave you abilities in return, absolutely.
Okay, yeah. Yeah, see, I've never actually had to play warlock for a lot of games. Like Lucian is my real hardcore warlock,
You guys,
We'll
and
say it.
BT.
I'd almost rather you keep the warlock just so that it's like a scar of a mistake you made in the past
Okay,
type of thing.
I get you.
But we need a topic here to end this, and then obviously title suggestions. But what do we want to throw out there?
What for like the topic or the title?
Topic.
Both. Well, you need to figure out what the topic is, get that out there, and then you give your title suggestion and answer.
Oh God. I don't know why, but like Rock the Casbah has been playing in my head ever since the beauty contest started, so you can't really say that though. That's copyrighted.
I'd say Sweet Talk
I'd
for a
say
title name.
I was just gonna hit it with the old Elden Ring reference. Oh mother.
Nah.
Ooh.
Jesus. Can I turn the TV up any louder? I know I'm
Hang
not
on,
talking that loud.
that gives me an idea. Hang on. Let it cook for a minute. Let it cook.
Hold up, let him cook.
We could make fun of Mark and blame for missing by calling the episode 4 his company.
To his company.
Well, no, because yeah, I guess to his company, 4 it's a crowd.
No, wait. If you really want to make fun of them based on what you said a minute ago, let's call the episode Dead Weight.
That's too mean. I don't mean the
Nah,
giant
nah,
dick.
nah. Nah, trucker. Let's stick with the other one. To his company.
It's
Oh
too
shit.
mean.
2 heads are better than 1.
No.
2 heads are better than 4.
2 heads, comma, or 2 heads better than 4.
2 down.
uh,
Whose company actually hits a lot harder given what he, gets taken out of him at the very beginning of the episode.
Yeah, that does make a lot more sense. I like two as company.
because technically it was three of us until she got yeeted out. Now it's just me and him. Well, me, him, and whoever the hell else is running around in his fucking head.
Hey, there's only one voice in this head, and she's gone now.
You say so.
Just be glad I didn't pump her into the puppet body when I had the chance, dude.
Twice divorced.
Ooh, excommunicated.
I do like two as company though. That fits the best.
Yeah, two is company or two's company.
See, when I don't come up with with titles that hit hard for a while, I occasionally pull one out of my ass that hits.
We still got to come
You
up
know
with this
what?
topic. How are we ending this thing?
Uh,
We haven't done anything that just the three of us like, so we got to come up with something that's.
Warhammer.
You know what? Yeah, let's. We talk about Warhammer enough times. Let's tell the audience who our favorite faction in Warhammer is. We'll start with you, Chaos, because that's thematically correct.
Chaos.
You like the Chaos?
Yes, because chaos is change and chaos is evolution,
Fucking heretic.
Trucker,
and
tell
damn
everybody.
proud of it.
Trucker, tell everybody how you're secretly a closet communist by telling us who your favorite is.
See, I like the RRL shitpost of being like, oh, my favorite Warhammer faction is the Tau, because like they're the only version of communism that actually sounds like it actually could work.
There's not much of a choice.
But
They're a hive mind.
no, the Tau?
Yeah.
The Tyranids are a hive mind.
Oh
You're
yeah.
thinking about the Tyranids, my guy. The Tau are the blue space cow people. They are the greater good people. They show up on your planet and they're like, "Hey, we're not going to force a decision now, but we're going to give you access to our technology, our building materials, our building methods, our medicine and all that. And we'll let you live with that for like 5 years, and at the end of that 5 years, we'll ask you if you want to join, you know, the Tau Empire for the greater good." Most of the time, people say yes, but sometimes people say no, and that's when the Tau Empire shows up and opens up a 55-gallon barrel of whoop ass on you. But they're actually not my favorite faction. I just like the IRL shitpost of saying they are. My favorite faction is the 18th Legion of the Astartes, Salamanders. Vulcan lives.
My favorite
Suck it, Blood
faction.
Raven.
My favorite faction is
Magpie.
the Necrons. I love those guys. They're just so brutal.
They're brutal. Their weapons are. Holy crap.
They're immortal because
Disintegr-
of their evil necromantic
Disintegrator
technology.
knife.
And
But see,
they're also essentially just ancient Egypt on steroids.
I also have this sneaking suspicion that whether or not every Warhammer fan will admit it or not, on a deep, deep level, we all like the orcs.
Yeah, I mean I like the orcs, but I like the Imperium of Man a ton.
The
Some people
boys is the best.
some people just hide it a lot better than others, you
I
know.
won't even hide it. I do like the orcs. They're dumb. They're stupid. I hate them so
If
much
they
that I like them.
Well, see, my
if they
favorite thing
believe
about the orcs is they literally have the power of I think, therefore it's true.
The Imperium of Man is just so cool though. They prop up a corpse, keep him alive with hideous
Oh,
technology. They
it's not even just hideous technology. It is we wage war to offer up enough souls to keep the Golden Throne active, therefore keeping our god alive.
I just love that they believe that gold fights off demons, so they just drive these gigantic flying Catholic churches made out of gold.
There's one thing about the Imperium I don't like, and it's their incessant need to take and this is lore accurate, okay? This isn't me making shit up. They take stillbirths and unwanted babies and they turn them into the cupids
Oh no.
that you see flying around
The
in
cherubs.
the chapel and whatnot. Yeah, I kind of hate that.
Warhammer is hard because it is this weird blend of just
There are
fash
no good people.
it's just fascism horror fantasy is what it is. Everybody's a
There
fascist, everybody is disgusting in every possible facet of the word disgusting, but it's so cool. The lore is very well done. People the fans suck, just like every good property, the fans are
every
awful.
every good IP has a toxic fan base, but when it comes to Warhammer,
This is
it gets worse.
this the toxic fan base of Warhammer is the Mac Daddy of toxic fan bases. They go out and pimp other toxic fan bases out for fun.
I mean, think about it. Like, there is not a single faction in Warhammer that doesn't essentially boil down to hardcore space racism.
Yeah, it is the weirdest.
The Imperium hates everything that isn't human and some humans.
Yeah,
The orcs just they go to war because Orc and Gork told them to, and they get the boys
Orc
together to
and
go
Mork.
on a Orc and Mork. My bad, I said Gork. Oops. They go on these war parties with war parties and war bands just because their god told them to. The Eldar are just kind of extra shitty to everybody, although they tolerate some better than others. The Tau, if you don't immediately kowtow to their crap, they kill you. The Necrons, oh, you're not Necron, we're gonna fix that.
yeah, that's kind of the thing that out of all the groups, the Tau and the Necrons are the most tolerant. That's one of the things that if you didn't get into Warhammer, like you have to just kind of pick up the lore on the fly because if you tried to learn everything about Warhammer, you better have about 5 years of free time.
You're gonna need several years. You're gonna need a lot of extra free time. And if you fall into the mini pit, you're gonna need a fat wallet.
You're gonna need to buy 7 to 8 terabyte drives just so that you can like keep proper notes on the lore. You're gonna have to learn how to hyperlink because you don't have
There
enough time.
are there are hundreds of books. There are hundreds of supplemental books. There are magazines. There are fan written books that were canonized into the lore.
If
It is
you
a very heavy it
if
is a very heavy task to
if
give
you look up,
oneself.
you can find one creator, doesn't matter, any creator who is deep in the lore and making videos to get just the lore, the basic lore of any one faction. You need to watch 35-hour videos and you've just scratched the surface, and there are 10 other factions you haven't heard of yet that you also will need to do the same thing for. Though it is a community that ran away with itself and has done tremendous things to run. It is absolutely incredible.
And also, if you're just now thinking about getting into Warhammer, you're going to notice a very unfortunate fact when it comes to fans of the Astartes and the Imperium. For some reason, a lot of the books are dedicated to the Ultramarines.
Thing is you Warhammer is one of those things where you need to have, just like us, we're all equally into it. You, me, Mark, Chaos, and Flame, and we are respectful enough with each other and have been friends for years so we can talk about it and have our differences beyond. I mean, we get down each other's throats because, I mean, that's kind of the haha funny meme of being into Warhammer, is taking it way too seriously. But if you try to talk to anybody outside of your friend group that's also into it, it sucks. It
It
sucks
might not
bad.
end well for you.
It is a bad time because most people are too stupid to separate the obvious satire levels of fascism and racism that build the universe, and they actually get fascist and racist because of this this community. And it's like, no, they're making fun of you. It's over the top because it's supposed to be silly, and they need you to understand it's fake. You don't need to actually believe these things. You're a goblin.
And when you get into it, there's two things you need to realize that are fact. One, whenever you hear somebody call him the God Emperor, you need to understand that if he were still alive instead of in the warp, he would hate that.
Yep.
Two, Vulcan lives, damn it.
On that disappointing note, I'm rolling the credits. Adios, everybody.